Ladies and gentlemen, to the Predator Pro Billiards Series here at the Rio and Hotel Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada, in conjunction with the CSI Expo. Tonight, we have something special here. The face-off of the ages. Two of the best in the world at playing one pocket. We have Tony the T-Rex Chohan and Francisco Django Bustamante. Let's give them a round of applause and go for the lag.
And welcome to Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. What a heck of a match we have for you here today. Tony Chohan and Francisco Bustamante, two of the best one-pocket players on planet Earth. Chohan regarded as the top three, you would say, John? In the world. Bustamante, one-pocket Hall of Famer. You know, sure.
I learn something every time I watch this too.
This is a race to 5. They will be on a 45-second shot clock. They'll have 90 seconds after the break. But after that, it's 45 seconds and 1 timeout per game. It's a race to 5. Not winner breaks, it's alternate break as we do in one pocket. If a ball is pocketed on the break, it's a re-rack. They are going by the base of the ball on the head string. Half the ball has to be out in order for it to be out. A lot of players play, a lot of people play. If the ball's touching the line, it's got to be completely out or in. But Gintaras Petrovas from Lithuania is your referee. It is an all-ball foul. All balls. You can't touch a ball. And this is George Teacha, and I'm joined by a Derby City one-pocket champion, 626-ball runner. John Schmidt is in the booth with me to call the shots, and I hope we have fun for you. We've actually had some fun together in Tucson, and we've played for quite some time. And so we'll discuss some of the shots, the options, and John will have the knowledge, I'll have the BS.
Well, George, you and I are friends, and you're a competent player yourself, and so you're the right guy to be in the booth with me. I've had the fortune of getting to play with and around players of this ilk for 20 years, and it's really my favorite game. A lot of people kind of think straight pull, but I think one pocket might be my favorite game. I find it quite interesting. Now, the fans at home might notice they changed the top plate on this table about an hour ago. These pockets are now 4 1/8, so they're extremely small, and I think it's just right for one pocket.
And right away, he's giving him distance and didn't give up enough distance.
Yeah, and Francisco was trying to leave him doubled up straight in, frozen on the in rail, and Tony has the first chance. And, Tony broke the balls. And when your opponent breaks, you are the underdog on paper of that rack, so you want to be aggressive and try to make something happen. So I don't fault Francisco with what he did there.
Yeah, he's trying to lay that cue ball on the rail, number one. And what do you think the break's worth? A ball and a half?
Ball and a half. On certain tables, maybe more, because it's almost impossible to get out of the break on like a loose pocket table. But this table here, the 4 1/8 inch, will handcuff the breaker a little bit, and probably worth a ball and a half.
But keep in mind that this is a 4 1/8 inch pocket, but this is new cloth.
Right.
And the rails are brand new.
Right.
So
friction
that's going to, the friction level is low. It's going to slide a bit. Look at this 10-9 combo. And Tony eats these up for breakfast.
Yeah, and he probably will draw back here for the 14-8 combination if this goes. Yeah, nice shot. Now the 10s are going to get in his way a little bit.
He's probably going to shoot the 10 and probably may go for the 3 balls that are above it if he's got enough angle.
Yeah, it's a tough little shot here. Yeah, good shot. He had to put
he's not going to get there. See, even though the angles are there, you still got to find them, and he had a small window to go through between the 15 and the 12, the 2 ball, excuse me.
Now he might play the 15 off the 6 here. He's looking at kicking at the 14-8, and Tony plays very aggressive. If he gets in the mood to play aggressive, there's no stopping him.
Okay. Well, he might be kicking this 14-8. His other option would be to play safe off the 11 ball and get behind the 14-8. But it was laying pretty nice, but not that nice, because now he's returned the favor and given Bustamante a shot.
Yeah, Francisco has a few options here.
Sure.
He could, well, he's probably going to cut the 8, but
that ball by the side pocket, isn't that scary right there? Because you're going to probably want to play into it. If you cut the 8 ball, you're going to play into that ball to hold for the 15 or the 6.
Yeah, I think I would try to run into
he might
the
be going
6
for
here.
the 2 ball. Yeah,
That's
see?
even better. Yeah.
There.
Oh, it did have these little tiny pockets. You're going to see some of that.
Now, does the 5 go is the question.
Yeah, if it goes, he's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, folks, be ready for a fast-paced game. Usually one pocket with a lot of players. It may take a while. With these two gentlemen, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be aggressive, and I think we're in for a shootout.
Oh yeah.
And what a place to use that word, playing one pocket, at the Predator 10 ball Pro Billiard Series.
Well, they're both, I mean, they both have thousands of games under their belt. They know every shot. They both bank incredible. They shoot super straight under pressure. I mean, I just love how both these guys play one pocket.
And by the way, did we tell you they're playing for $10,000?
Yeah, they've got a lot of money on the line in this match.
10 grand to the winner, a race to 5. It's not a bad little race.
No.
And tomorrow you'll have Shane Van Boening and Joshua Filler. I love shots like this.
Yep.
When you play them off other balls, you just rail it back and they line up. I don't love the fact that Tony has a shot on the 6, but more than likely, how would you like shooting this 15 ball to come straight across, or are you going to take the 7? You can't take the 7 out.
Well, if anything, you might shoot the 9 and go into the back of the 7. But,
there you go.
But I like the shot that Francisco played there. Tony, I mean, Tony's in a tough spot here. I don't like shooting this 6 ball one bit. Wow, on 4 1/8 inch pockets too.
I'm not sure he's going to get shape off of it.
Yeah, that is such a hard shot.
That just cost him, cost him the rack. I think he's got 5 balls available real quick.
Yeah, Tony's not afraid to shoot. I'll tell you one thing that makes Tony so tough is all the top players and the experienced players, and obviously I'd like to think of myself that I'm an experienced one pocket, but I know the shots, but do I have the courage under fire for 20,000 to shoot them? And Tony will get up and shoot the right shot under pressure, and there's something to be said for a guy that's willing to shoot the right shot, because you can always take the duck and the foul and the chicken shot, and Tony will shoot in his pocket, and you know that going in when you gamble with him. And it's like being in a gunfight with a guy that you know is going to step out from behind the tree and just shoot at you.
Tony will also shoot the wrong shot under pressure, but it's not wrong for him.
Right.
That's the difference.
And Bustamante's not afraid to go either. So
that's why I say this will be fast-paced.
Yeah, it could be.
Look how nice this is. Look how nice he gets on these balls. He'll go.
Yeah, go to the 14 next, try to freeze right on the rail.
Now, you usually go for the higher ball?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and then work your way in.
And work your way down.
Well, I'll tell you what, he doesn't have
he's
much
pretty
angle
straight.
here. He's going to have to really do something here. Oh, what a pretty stroke.
Now, the distance on these 4 1/8 inch pockets might make a difference. The only thing that would make me feel comfortable shooting that 11 ball right now, well, is that you're not going to leave a shot. Number 2 is it's going to slide the slide of the cloth. So with pocket speed, that pocket opens up.
He's considering playing the 2 ball with bottom left-hand English and drawing the cue ball over behind the 14, but I would play probably the 11 and then bank the 15. But the 2 gets him more if he manages to make this.
I would have never thought to back cut that ball. That's a big back cut.
Well, with the new cloth, you could draw right behind the 14, but he hit it just a little heavy. But you see, it was kind of free as far as where the cue ball is going to end up.
Exactly. And that's actually what. Now, I don't mind shooting that shot if you're trapped, or if you have to. For instance, he's got a ball in front of his pocket, a diamond up, because you play shape for the bank and you don't sell out the shot.
Well, I'm kind of glad that came up, because what happens there is because Chohan broke the balls, Bustamante's such a smart player. He knows, okay, I'm supposed to lose the game anyway, and I'm down in the count. So him shooting that 2-ball is something he wouldn't do maybe on his own break or if he was tied in ball count. But I think he shot a nice shot there relative to the score and everything.
And now, when you say you're down on the break, there's some old sayings in one pocket that are used quite a bit. You know, when you're behind in the count,
Be
you
aggressive.
shoot like you play like a lion. When you're ahead in the count, you play like a lamb.
Yes.
So
Boy, that was a heck of a shot.
Francisco just came off of a big win in one pocket. I believe it was the 1-ball, 1 pocket. Let me see where I saw that. Well, number one, he just came off a big win, winning the Jay Swanson Memorial here in Las Vegas. But then he won the Bayou State Classic 1-ball, 1 pocket. And that's,
Yeah.
out there in
You have
Louisiana.
to be a great banker.
You got to
win
be a
that.
good
Yeah.
player to win
Yeah.
those things. But he's got just 1 pocket, 1 pocket, 1 pocket. And of course, he is in the 1 pocket Hall of Fame. He's also a BCA Hall of Famer from inducted in 2010. He is 61 years of
That's
age.
amazing. Still plays just perfect.
Tony, of course, is at 43, living in New Orleans now. He's from Northern California, I believe, Sacramento area. Would you consider shooting this rail first?
Yes, you play it rail
Yeah.
first, kind of. Well, he only needs
Excellent.
one. Yeah, I would shoot it rail
Sure.
first. If I think that's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's going to
And
sell
I'll
out.
tell you what,
It's going to give it up.
this could turn into a little something. Tony's going to spin this over to his hole and come down behind the 15 and double up Francisco. He might even double bank this,
Yeah.
but I like the spin and put the cue ball down in the other corner where Francisco can't remove this ball from his hole.
You know, one of the things about the new cloth on the rail, that rail first shot
It's tricky.
slid.
Yeah,
It
you
didn't
got to aim
grab.
up higher.
You have to have
yes.
high, exactly, and that's why he missed it the way he did. Now he's
not bad,
kind
though.
of gotten away with one there because that's the shot Tony usually makes.
Yeah, and Francisco, even though he only needs one, this has his full attention.
Yeah. But what a treat it is to have Francisco back in the States. Boosty back in the States. He's been gone for a while.
Nice shot. And a 3, when you need one to the other guy's 3 on pockets this little, that's a pretty good lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you kind of do in that situation is you just try not to scratch or take a foul. You just bunt the balls around and let the game come to you. Wow.
I was wondering if he was going to shoot that
Well,
ball,
no.
and I thought that was there.
Needing 3, that's the kind of stuff you have to
Yep.
do to beat a Francisco. You're not going to be able to just bump him around and get 3.
Now with new cloth, this isn't such a easy shot, and it's a little off angle. You think, or you
Oh,
like
this
this?
bank,
This bank?
Yeah, sometimes you can't tighten these up enough, but I think this will go. Yeah, I hit it. Right.
And there it was.
That didn't roll off.
And 8-5 was the ball count there, or 8.
That's a nice bank. Just hammered it in like
Yep.
with a hanger.
And that's what where I was going with that is the angle that he had. He couldn't really slow roll it and make it, but he could fire it and make it.
Yeah, the scary thing about firing it is if it doubles the point, comes back over him, and the guy
Exactly.
might hit 2 or 3. But he banks so good, he just looks at that as a pretty reasonable shot. Well, the first game in a race to 5 is actually a pretty nice lead at the pro level because now Tony has to stop him at 3 games from this point just to win Hill. So mathematically, I would give a big edge to Francisco from this point, and he broke serve.
Mhm.
Francisco wins that game on Tony's break. So on paper, Francisco would really be kind of a giant favorite in this.
So that one game is, and that's actually for a lot of players to think of when you're playing these races to 3, races to 4. That lag is so important.
Well, it's 20%, and if you don't think 20% is anything, loan me 1,000, and I'll pay you 800 back. I promise you, you'll say, "Hey, 20% something."
I have to say, John, I'm going to use one of your little terms that I just heard outside. We were
Oh,
talking
boy.
about it, and when we told John that the top of the table, the rails, had been changed to the pockets to get them 4 1/8 and 4 1/4. John says, "Well, that's like shooting a basketball into a Cheerio."
That's right, especially when the money's on the line.
Yep. So that's a pretty good break there. There's not
That's a
really
real
anything
good break, yeah.
straightforward for Tony. You like going off the 15 and
Well,
behind the deuce?
Well, he's gonna pound the 15 into the 9, into the
Oh,
stack, and
okay.
put the cue ball behind the 2. He will probably play this with some pace. Yeah, just like that. And now good things
There you go.
happen. You look like you're on a cruise ship now, where there's 30 balls over on your side.
And look how that break was. Now there's four balls over for his hole, and I was telling our stat guy actually
Yeah,
how easy it is to turn things around if the break isn't really effective.
that's right.
Because you can go from having 3 balls on your side to being where Francisco is right now. He's faced with 4 open balls that go to his opponent's pocket.
Well, Corey Dole brought up something interesting. As he always said, he goes, I don't really mind when somebody breaks my one putt because now I have the first chance to do something.
Mhm.
And a lot of times, this is exactly what it looks like. They break, you take the first offensive chance, and it looks like the other guy broke.
Sure
Now,
does.
This is tough. He's gonna try to kick.
Is he kicking in one railing
Or
this
is
ball
he-
up by the rail?
Is he two railing this ball and
No,
drawing around off it? Yep,
Yep.
unbelievable. See, he knew he was such a precarious position that he tried to go ahead and make something happen.
He was trying to get that cue ball between the 5-9. Yep.
And-
He was. Oh wow, yeah.
Well,
he
that's a
was.
testament to how great a shot Tony shot. When you make Francisco do something that wild, that means you've done your job and made
sure
a great
did.
shot.
Yeah, that shot after the break was so important.
Good shot.
And look
there.
look how he just nibbles on the ball to get a shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Wow.
Well, Francisco has so much experience and high pool IQ. He knew that the way the ball's laid on paper, playing an equal opponent, he was 1,000,000 to 1 underdog to win the game, which is why he played the 2-railer and had a little bit of a built-in safe.
Well, the positives from the shot that Francisco just shot is that he tied up the 4-5,
Yes.
and that's a good thing. But there's other open balls which Tony is so effective at working around.
Oh, it's funny you say that. I think something that happens to Tony is his game, his offensive game gets overshadowed because he's such an amazing bank pool player, one pocket player. People forget how good this guy shoots and how good he plays 9-ball.
Oh yeah.
He's a professional caliber 9-ball player, and he runs balls like a maniac.
Well, he is 777 Fargo.
Yeah, I mean,
So
he plays
he's
great.
up there. He's,
Yeah, Tony's
I would say
Tony's
very
offense,
close to world-class 9-ball
well,
player.
yeah, if that's not world class, I mean, he's really a straight shooter, and I think people kind of forget how good he pockets balls.
Uh-oh. Ooh, caught that foul. Well, he wasn't going to go in the pocket, so no biggie.
Now I'll tell you what. Yeah. Now see, Tony's up 5-0. He doesn't want to shoot this one ball because he should win this game anyway. And now this is the only way Francisco could win the game.
Would you consider shooting the 212 there and stopping the
Yes,
cue
I
ball?
would consider anything but that.
But see,
he
he's
just
so
shot it right in.
confident.
What a great shot.
He's so confident on shots like that. And like you said,
That's what I
he'll
meant.
take that.
He'll
He'll
sh-
take that shot that
Yeah.
you might not shoot.
And he'll do it for enough money to, he'll do it for enough
He'll do
money.
it.
to
The money
really
doesn't
make you
matter.
think
He
twice.
plays, like you
Yeah.
said, he'll play the right shot that's
Uh-huh.
going to win in the game.
Uh-huh.
Is he a craps player by chance?
Probably. If you can bet on it, he's tried it. Nice
And there
out
we
there.
go with an 8 and out. Well, I don't think it was.
Yeah, 8 and out on 4 1/8 inch pocket. That's good shooting right there.
And it wasn't his break.
Oh,
He
and
turned it around
he
on
made
the
a
first
great shot on the one.
and really put Francisco in a very precarious position. And he tried to move that cue ball, well, I guess 18 feet from one corner to the other corner, but going 2 rails in between.
Yeah. Now, the first time I met Tony was at the Reno Open. He was about 17. I was about 26. Like this would have been like 1996, maybe 97. And he was a great player then. And what I've always liked about Tony, he's really a gentle giant. He's just a real
he is
nice, easy-going
He is.
guy.
He is so laid back.
Yeah, thank goodness,
He's,
right?
as some people would say, man, you're chill.
Yeah, he's super chill. Yep.
First time I met Tony, I've known about him for a long, long time. But I think we were at Griff's at a U.S. Open One Pocket Championship that I happened to play in, the second one I've played in, I guess. And my friend Rudy Alameda out of Tucson was going to play him. He says, George, will you commentate this match? because Ben Sutherland had the contract for commentary, and I was just there as well playing.
Yeah, sure.
And so they asked me to do it, and I was, well, who doesn't want to commentate one of Tony's matches?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's fun to watch him play.
Yeah.
Sure. It's an honor to be here. I mean, Predator could ask anybody to commentate, and for them to ask me, I'm honored, and I'm a pool fan like everybody.
I'm glad they brought you in. I really am.
Oh well, thank you, George. I would have a lot of fun just sitting here watching this at home, just like everybody else.
Well, that's kind of what it is to me when I come down here. But these guys are Francisco. The first time I actually talked to him, and I got to play him in hard times. Went up to play Efren, 2016. He was practicing for the Derby City for Derby City, and he challenged anyone to come up and play him 3 races to 3 for $100 a set. But you had to guarantee 3 sets. So I was one of probably 4 or 5 guys that did that, and when I got there, Efren was playing somebody else, and I warmed up with him at 20 a game.
Yeah, you can't
Which
beat
is
that.
You can't beat that. I
Like
paid
Tiger
lessons
Woods
for 20 a
$20,
game.
right?
Exactly. So that was the first time I met him and got to talk to him, and we actually had some fun.
No, he's a sweetheart. They both are good dudes. Tony texts me once in a while and gives me encouragement. Says, "Hey, get your butt out here and play. Come to some events. Get out and be seen. Do your thing." And
you know,
he's always been good to me.
In my commentating these Predator matches, I've thought of you often and wondered why you didn't come out here and play in these. These are well suited for a lot of players. I have some good friends that I feel would do well in these.
Sure. Now here, I kind of like
off the 8.
Well, that or I like tucking the cue ball like
he
that.
went underneath.
That was a good shot. But
He went underneath.
See, Alan Hopkins told me a long time ago. He says simply, one pocket is a race to the end rail. He says if you can get balls over by your hole and put that cue ball up on that end rail, even though it's exposed, it's not hooked. When you leave even the best players in the world 8 feet away on a back rail, they're so limited in what they can do. Now, when you leave us in the stack, we can do a lot of stuff because we're close enough to the edge of the ball. But you're very limited from back here. So now he's jacked up 8 feet away. This is precarious, which is why Tony put him up there. Wow, what a shot. Boy, was that a great hit. If he mishits that ball, one way or the other, it gets away from him and the rack's over. Yeah. Such a straight shooter.
He is. I tell you, it was so fun. I didn't win a game playing him, by the way.
Well, and believe me, there's a lot of very good players that would play him all day and never win a rack. Winning a rack of one pocket against these guys is like winning a rack of chess against Gary Kasparov. Like, you're just not going to do it.
Now, see, on some tables, I would twist that 9 all day long.
Right.
But on a lot of these tables, you can't twist it.
No,
they won't twist.
And I think this is a pretty smart play here because he knew the position he was in. Now,
now see, that is using an intentional foul extremely well. Look what he put the cue ball up against the ball, and so he's given up a shot, but it's got a price.
If Francisco can bank this,
he still has nothing afterwards.
Well, if you overcut it with left-hand English and shorten it up, you might get the cue ball to move to your right and back like this. He's going to try to make it move to the right and draw a little and get shape on the 3 or the 12. But you have to overcut this with left English, just like that. Just like that. He actually caught it too heavy. But that was that could have turned into something there.
Yeah, a little bit more draw, and he's underneath the 3.
Yeah.
But now Tony has a shot on the 3 ball, and the red ball next to the cue ball, and the cue ball will be going to open up and push more balls to open up and still be safe. He's got a wall of balls to keep him on the left side.
Yeah,
or did I get the cut pockets confused?
No, I don't think Tony can cut this 3. He's too stuck against it.
Oh, okay. I see that
But
now.
that is Tony's pocket down here.
Okay, so I wasn't wrong there.
I think he'll play the 2-railer on the 8.
That could. No, it won't, because he can hold it.
A lot of time. Oh, he's kicking. He's just going to kick safe here. Yeah, nice shot. Wow.
Oh,
really,
my
Tony.
Lord. There's a highlight
now.
shot.
Yeah,
there you go.
Highlight.
There you go.
Just a little kick bank. What a shot. Wow, that's amazing. Even for Tony Chohan, that's just amazing. big shot here. You know, you have to bear down and make this. You could miss this ball easily. Yeah, you got to bear. I mean, it's just harder than it looks, those kind of shots, because he's trying to create some angle there that's not really there and cheat the pocket. And we're already playing on like little thimbles, so
Now,
yeah,
when the balls are like that 8-ball he just kicked in, when they're close to the rail, that's a
it's reasonable.
It's
Yeah.
a reasonable shot.
It's unbelievable.
That ball was
yeah.
6 inches off the rail.
Yeah, you
or
could have
more.
built a Walmart between the rail and that ball, and he kicked it. I would never shoot that.
That was just, wow, amazing. That was a great shot. He's still feeling the shot. That little smile tells it all.
Well, and he's kind of disgusted at the ball he just missed, but it was missable, you know.
Yeah. All ball fouls.
Oh yeah.
Careful.
Yeah, that's rare playing one pocket. That was a good shot there.
And
he missed it.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's your 4 and an 8, folks, right there.
There's
Hello.
your little Cheerio.
Yeah, there's your little Cheerio. I like that.
And the funny thing is, this is brand new cloth, bone dry air, the Predator Pure 1080 chalk, so very low friction, and it's still playing hard. If this table had humidity on it and worn cloth, it would be impossible.
Is that the pure or is that the regular Predator chalk? I think that's the
might be the regular
Yeah.
Predator chalk, yeah. But the
Oh,
don't take
cue
the
ball.
subway. We have a development.
I wonder if that 8-ball goes, that combo with the, is that the 10-ball and the 8-ball in the middle there with the stack?
Yeah, I think it's a little far off to play the combination. Now that stroke there, we were talking about it earlier, Eric Horlifson and I, about a stun run through. That's a stun run through stroke, and it's a difficult shot.
Yeah.
It's very easy to scratch. So it's for you viewers at home, work on those high-speed stop shots and then make the cue ball release forward, and that's exactly what you tried to
pretty
do
much
there. We
dead
call, I
center
guess
English,
we call
yeah.
it stun run through.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard, I just call it a stun shot, or stun forward.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing.
Well,
but
a stun, I've always thought of a stun as the ball stunning down the tangent line. But this is stunning and then running through, like getting off that tangent line and going forward.
brings to mind, I'm trying to think of Bert Kinniston on his, is it the 60-minute workout or 90-minute workout? That's his basic shot. Along the rail, you hit the ball, you make it, and the ball falls forward one rotation, the cue ball. And you learn that gives you working around the center
it can
of the
make
ball.
and you're able to manipulate the cue ball
Right.
in all kind of unnatural spots. And if anybody out there thinks pool's easy, here's two guys that have played collectively 70 years between them, probably 400 major wins around the world.
Look at this combo he has
And
there.
they can miss
lined up.
anything.
This stuff, I like this. Well, he's got the 6-ball.
Yeah, go two
I hadn't
rails
seen
around
that.
the 5 here. There you go. Maybe play the 11. Maybe play, if the 10 goes, he might play the 5 and then move to the 10.
Not sure he can get to the 11.
Well, he's thrilled to be back at the table.
But he can get on the ball up by the side pocket.
Yeah, there you go.
No, he chose the 10.
Okay, this is okay too.
This is
Yeah,
where
your
this
shot
works.
would have been fine. But
They
this
both-
is nice because it'll open the 8 and he's off and running.
Those were the choices that they had.
But what's so great about one pocket is when you play other games, even straight pull, everybody kind of knows what you're going to do next. This game,
That's
it's
right.
all on you on how you want to do it.
John, tell me how crazy I am. I like that 4-ball combo with a little bit of draw.
It's not as crazy as it sounds, as long as you can draw the cue ball
Yeah.
like straight back. But
Yeah, it's going to come up. So
yeah, I think
so
the
you
cue
can
ball
still
would-
make the 14.
It might work though. You'd have to draw the cue ball up by the side pocket.
And these are all options. Remember, in every one-pocket game and in every one-pocket situation, there may be 3 or 4 different things
Right.
that players will do.
Yes.
Depending on your skills, depending on your
count.
fortitude.
Yes. the table conditions will
Right.
dictate that a lot.
Right.
Wow, he's shooting at this.
He might 2-rail that 14.
That's
No,
what
the
I would
se-
do.
the se- I think the 7's in the way.
I like him 2-rail on this 4. Oh, he's
Yeah, I
coming
think
up
the
with something
7's
wild.
Oh, he's going to try to cut that. I still
Right.
like that 4-ball combo. He's going to 2-rail it. Nope, he's just going to.
Now that, okay.
That was
creative.
That was
a
very,
billiard
very creative.
to a ball off the side of a ball. I mean, just amazing.
And this is that is what Tony's known for, is creativity with shots like that.
Well, at his level, he figures out a way to move a ball towards his hole every time he comes to the table
And
some
stick you.
kind of way. Yep. It was a fantastic shot he made. Francisco's dead here. I mean, how does he get out of this?
He pretty much just used a pawn to check the king.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really a great shot. I'll tell you what, the only shot I see Francisco doing is maybe taking a foul down there behind the 14
And tripling
and
him up.
tripling him
Yeah.
up. I mean, and try to survive to
Yeah.
fight another day, just like
And that's
this.
what he may be doing, or he might be going off the ball.
Yeah,
No, he's
this
taking
is
a
the
foul.
shot right here. That's all he had.
And he's going to come up and try to get up against it.
Yeah, he doubled
Oh.
him up anyway. Now Tony can do all kind of stuff. Tony could roll right up against this ball, take a foul. He could double bank the 14 towards his hole. He can cut the 7. I mean, Tony's got a lot of options here.
One of the things I did not consider was him spotting the ball. I didn't think about that on the foul.
Mhm.
But otherwise, he would have had a nice combo and played the cue ball safe and put another ball in front of the hole. See that is the 5-1?
Mhm.
He would have been able to do that. And he could safely put a ball in front of the hole.
I'll tell you the shot I like. I like Tony rolling right up against this 14 ball, but he's going to play the 14 off the side of the 12, put the cue ball up against the back rail, just like this. Nice shot.
Ooh.
Nice shot.
And now, of course, he'll kick and stick this and make sure he doesn't scratch.
Well, see, he didn't. This 12 was really like a little soldier for Tony, and Tony
Mhm.
didn't really defend it. And now Francisco can bat this away, and he's back in action. I always tell my friends, it's like you're building a little sandcastle, and you don't want a bully to come over and just kick it over.
Mhm.
Tony had the sandcastle built,
Yeah.
and now he let the bully come over and kick it away from his pocket. And once you get balls over by your pocket, and you develop that little arsenal there, you've got to defend it with fouls, doubling them up, do something.
Yeah, you got to close the curtain
Yeah,
so they can't
yeah,
see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier said than done, but that's the general idea of what you're trying to do.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
Now, whether you achieve it or not,
yeah,
is, you know,
sure. I mean, with these great players, I mean, they find a way to get out
up
everything.
against
but-
the 7. Yes. Look how well they. Now, most of the time, Tony gets up against the 7 there. This time he didn't. But what does he leave? Francisco. Off the 15 and down to the bottom by the 11, or off the 8 and just slide on the
Well, I'll
bottom.
tell you what, he might bank the 1 into these balls. No, he's playing safe here. Some kind of 2-railer with. Yeah, he's playing
Yeah,
the 2-railer,
that's-
killing it. Nice shot. there.
Exactly.
Anytime you can put a ball on your side of the board, it's pretty helpful.
Now, to me, this is a standard rule of one pocket. You take a shot that you know you're not going to make, the cue ball is left on the rail. Take
Mhm.
away the bottom part of the ball, the control part of the ball, and leave it on the rail, either on the short rail or any place you leave it. It's left on the rail.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessary here, but there's a lot of times where you'll actually kick to the side rail here and remove that 15, because that 15, there you go. Now if this, well, don't get above the 3.
He's not going to get a rail,
no.
is he? No rail.
Kind of the
And
right idea, but just it
Wrong
got away
side
from
of the
it.
ball.
Yeah.
Wrong side of the ball.
Tony's trying to defend that position. He gets those balls over on his side. He would even take a foul here to not let Francisco remove all those threats.
Yeah, just an inch to the left,
Mhm.
and he would have been golden.
This match has been a little bit loose because you can play all day long with these guys and hardly ever get a shot, and they've really been leaving each other some shots. So they're both playing pretty aggressive so far.
Sure are. And they've been forced to, really.
Yeah, yeah.
That opening shot by Tony
Yeah.
in the first game, or in the second game, I'm sorry.
And when he draws back here, he'd really like to miss this 8, but it looks like it's going right at it. So he has to cheat the pocket. stun the cue ball before the draw
He
takes
could
a little
follow.
bit. Like that.
No.
Yeah, he tried to
And
get it
see,
to draw past it.
That's why just before, it looked like he could follow the ball and come by.
Yeah, maybe.
But he was really straight, but close enough to cheat it.
Mhm.
But then again, they have the angle down there.
Right.
We don't
looking
have
down
quite
the
the
barrel,
angle
yeah.
that they have on the screen.
Huge turnaround because Tony was really in the driver's seat, and he had a good position built, and now Francisco is in good shape here.
I would say the balls really don't play any favorite here.
No, they look pretty even.
They look pretty even. The lay of the table looks pretty even.
Shot.
Efficient cue ball.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony's great at getting maximum damage out of every inning. When he comes to the table, he's removing threats, he's making threats, he's covering the cue ball. He does about as much as humanly possible with every inning.
He's very efficient with his
Yes,
cue ball.
just a
It's a
great
working
player.
cue ball. He doesn't only hit this object ball, he makes it work afterwards. Work for him.
And Francisco too,
They
just
both
a
do.
fantastic player.
Sure. Most of you top guns out there do that very well.
Oh, nice shot.
Look at this
there.
tuck under the
Nice
under the
shot.
11.
Yep. And see, that 7 ball is the starter kit to victory. I mean, that'll get you going. So that little shot right there, although doesn't look like it did much, Tony's in a terrible spot now.
Yeah.
Because that 7 ball's the connector to get a whole bunch
He
more.
might be forced
Yeah,
to
he
shoot
might
this
have to
14.
take a foul here.
No, I wouldn't have a problem shooting
Oh,
this
he's
14.
banking the 14 going to the
Straight
end
back
range.
and going to the exactly.
Lord have
He
mercy.
didn't hit it good, but it was up
Well,
for offer.
Well, the reason he hit that a little rough is he was really trying to get the cue ball to move through the ball straighter and leave less angle on the 7 so that Bustamante couldn't pivot around the balls, which
Gotcha.
is going to bring his aim back because he was using inside English or what have you. Now Francisco might play this 7, and if it goes, he's a big favorite to win the game. Tough shot here, though.
It's a big shot here. He's playing
8-footer.
shape.
Oh, what a hit.
Well, he might have made one for Tony, but he's pretty much scored 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's happy to make
Yeah.
it. That was a good shot. Do you like just slow rolling this in and banking the ball next, do you think?
I might just
Just
follow
make
it.
sure well,
I might follow it and try to get on the 8.
Really? Okay. Well,
Or stun it up between those two balls there. The 13, he's doing
that's
soft.
kind
Just
of
take the bank.
Yeah, I think that's
There's a smart shot.
yeah.
Very smart shot. That's why I'm in the booth and they're playing.
Well, you weren't wrong there. You could have went to the 8,
Yeah.
but I anytime I could just nibble one in and then bank a ball next, I'm going to choose that because you're removing a threat for Tony. Shot.
I don't think you can see the 15 to make it, so it's either the 8 or the ball underneath it.
Francisco's got the coolest looking stroke. If you didn't know he was like a 27-time Hall of Famer, and you just was watching him hit balls by himself, you'd be like, man, I wonder if this guy likes to play for money. You know what I mean? It's like a guy it's like a guy with a funny golf swing or something.
Exactly, especially when he really powers the ball and he brings the cue stick through his fingers.
Yeah.
You see that and you go, I got to play this guy for something.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're playing him. I want to make some on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not going to slide. Well, he makes quite a few. One short of a win.
Yeah. Now Tony, knowing Tony, he might bank at this ball and try to open those 2 that are froze, but it only gets you a couple or 3. I don't think he'll shoot at it.
I like the takeout here.
Yeah,
I'm going to hit the rail. I'm going to hit the top of the 6 and try to get them both out.
Oh,
And
I
hold
think
the cue
he's
ball
going
right
for
there.
it, Tom.
He's
Tony's
going for it.
this, yes, and he's going to put the cue ball. Yeah, nice shot. Look at this shot. Really? He's such a good banker. The highlight reel, if you put a compilation together of all his banks he's made.
Oh,
ooh, man.
well, I'm trying to figure out how to describe the highlight shots.
it would
We
be
saw a couple.
ridiculous.
That kick shot on the
Yes.
8 was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic.
Yes, it was fantastic. I think that big flowing stroke that Tony has too really serves him well under pressure. He doesn't clam up. You know, he still just pulls that keyway back and chucks it down the line. And he just says to himself, well, let's see what happens here. But he doesn't get tight with that right arm. And I think that works for him real well when the big money's on the line.
You know, from what we've seen here, there's been a lot of action here. This has not been a boring game.
No, this has been fun to watch.
This has been a lot of fun to watch, and these guys are going for it. Uh-oh, I thought it was going to kiss full. There's no two-railer.
Well, because of the count, Tony's going to be looking to do something here, but he can't. I don't believe he can do much here. He's pretty limited.
Tell me something, John. I see this a lot. You see balls like when you're playing the wedge, and you see balls up here. Why do the pro players just refuse to make a ball first?
You mean like just pocket?
Like just pocket the ball and leave it up there and give up this cut right here, because you're going to have a shot up here on top or a bank.
There's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of times that'll be an escape valve that you can use. Yeah.
But I will say I did see a player make a ball one time, and I'm going to reference it real quick. It was Evan Lunda and Scott Frost. And Scott sticks him in the corner pocket, almost corner hooks him, spots the ball, and he back cuts the ball in.
I saw that. Now, on pockets, this little brutal shot, but you do got to shoot it because of the count. Tony's got to go for this and try to get these 3 balls. Francisco obviously didn't mean to drive that 2-railer into those balls. So if this, what a hit.
Pretty shot. Pretty shot.
What a great shot.
And now he can stun this, get above the 6, and shoot the 6 next.
Well,
and then
yeah, I mean, he can. This is quite difficult, but it is doable.
If he's able to close these out, when he shoots this 12 ball, look for him to try to corner hook the spot shot.
That's right.
But he missed that one. So what will happen? Got a bank on the 6 to begin with. What else does Francisco have? Oh, he's got a 2-railer. Well, he can't 2-railer because he gives up the 6.
Yeah, he's going to just cut at this ball.
Okay.
Let the cue ball kind of zigzag back and forth, end up back by the 12. Nice shot.
Missed it.
Might overcut it, but it's better than undercutting it. You might leave a bank or something. Tony will just drive this out of there. Rail first.
Will you kick this bottom rail first?
I think so, yeah. Bottom right English.
He's going the other side, kicking
like
the stick.
This.
Yeah.
And the other way's fine too. Your way totally would work.
No, I like this, but I see a lot of players kick from the bottom rail. It's both very well controlled.
It's if the object ball is out to our right another inch or so. Now the scratch is in play, but when it's where it was set, you couldn't scratch, so you'll go rail first.
Okay. Now, some of these questions I ask you, they're asked for a lot of the players out there that are wanting to play one pocket.
Right.
And go by all the old rules. You never do this, you never do that, you never do this. Some of this stuff works.
Sure.
And there's options. And for those reasons, I'll ask some of the questions I do. I'll sound stupid asking them, but I don't mind.
No, and you know the answer already to most of them. You're just trying to help the viewers. I appreciate that. That was a...
And capitalize on your expertise.
Thank you, George. Yeah.
You're not charging me for lessons, so I'm getting them right here.
Nice hit.
Ooh.
Tony would be happy that didn't go in, because these guys are going to make that bank, somewhere around half the time. So when they miss one of those, you feel like you really got new life.
Another example there. Let's say he makes this ball. I mean, he jaws it, and he has to make it and follow it in. Would you be adverse to shooting the do-si-do, follow the head ball in, or just bank the 6?
Yeah, you can't really just give him ball in hand. I mean, yeah, if you follow it in, they've got ball in hand needing. Oh, Tony would still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you.
In other words, if you're Francisco, do you shoot the do-si-do?
No.
Okay.
No. No, because Francisco only needed one.
Yes.
I might even. Oh, you're saying when Francisco banked and hung the ball, would Tony follow
it in and spot it, and then Francisco can shoot the follow shot off the spot or bank the 6.
Oh, yeah. Tony would have to fall in and then let him. No, I would bank the 6. I wouldn't open up those 2 balls.
That's what I was asking, exactly.
I misunderstood. Nice shot.
Another 3-railer. And he's taken note that it's going to play long because of the new cloth on the rails.
And to the uninformed, the first time I heard that term, a table playing long, I thought it meant how far the ball rolls. And maybe it's a little bit of that, but we're referring to
He just
the
gave up a
angle,
shot.
how the angle opens up
Right.
long. And on new cloth, less friction, the balls play long. Old cloth, high friction, they play short. And
High
that's something
humidity, they play shorter.
Yeah,
exactly.
These players factor that in their decisions.
Well, they see how the table's playing, and they adjust to it.
Now, that's not ideal there.
It's a pretty much a free bank shot, and one Tony's very familiar with. Still didn't make it.
Yeah, and he was trying to make that ball up there in the corner too, which probably affected his aim and hit a little. But that was a good shot because now that ball's in play.
And exactly. Now, one of the things Tony did there for a lot of you viewers is he put another ball in play because he's going to need them all.
That's right. Yeah, you can never win the game with that ball hanging up in that corner.
And so now having 2 balls in play and leaving the cue ball where it is, Tony he might be down, you know, 7-5, but
yeah, he
got
might
2
have
balls
went.
hanging by
George
his hole.
might have went from a 10-1 underdog to win the game to like a 3-1 underdog.
Exactly.
So get
And
that ball
that
in
was the
play.
point I was trying to make. You just made it better for me.
Yeah. When you get in this position where like Francisco needs one, what he's going to do is he's going to shoot shots that don't require a lot of spin, so the miscues are less, the fouls, because all he wants to do is really not scratch and just let an opportunity present itself. And he's going to force Tony to make all the great 2-railers and 3-railers and what have you.
And see, in shooting this, if the speed isn't good on this shot, he leaves the bank shot.
Yeah.
But his speed was good.
Yeah, and it froze.
And it froze on the rail.
No, it's off just a little. But see, you're turning your cue ball loose here. This is where the scratch is going to happen, and then you lose the game. And
you're coming into the corner of the pocket.
Yeah. I believe he's trying to hit this with bottom right-hand English and really flick it over there to his pocket. Wow, what a hit. He got the double kiss.
The outside.
And might scratch off a ball. No.
No, and he didn't leave a shot either. It might have gone by that ball and left him straight in.
I guarantee that had his full attention.
Yes, it did. If it didn't, it got it. This is just a takeout, try to put it over where those other balls are.
Well, you know, with Tony, it's hard to predict because he plays so offensive. I
personally would never leave the ball in front of the hole like that. But he has something in mind. He wants to put a ball in play and trap
and open up problems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very crafty.
And that's where execution.
And you know what that was? That was a stun run through. That cue ball had to move forward 1 inch, or he would have left him like straight in.
1 revolution.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Super good cue ball control there.
At dead center English, stroke it. Oh. So he couldn't make the ball, or he didn't try to make the ball because he was going to, so he just played kind of safe. This is a cut shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut this over near my hole and run the cue ball back down where he's standing, back down to the back rail.
Just don't scratch in that corner pocket by where his hand is.
And his pocket speeded over there. Nice shot, Tom. Wow, he kind of got behind this ball too. Great shot.
I don't know if he can shoot it or not. I can't see who he's
Well, this thing's going on a trip. He's going to do something with this ball.
No, he'll cut this.
Well, he'll double bank it possibly.
Oh, I like that too.
Double bank it and draw his cue ball back a little bit.
I actually like cutting it in and go 3 rails with the cue ball.
Well, he might kick bank this. No, he was
Just
able
like
to just cut it.
Yep.
Oh, he hit it great too. Nice shot.
Still needs 1.
Now there's 3 options here. This is an interesting position. You could 2-rail this ball. You could 2-rail it 2 different ways. You could duck. He had quite a few chances. Boy, to see Tony play safe there is kind of
well, to 2-rail that ball, you're probably going to give up a bank shot.
And the cue ball's taking off.
And
on
your
you
speed's
right.
going to be questionable.
Right.
I like the 2-railer.
There was almost a 4-railer. There was a lot of options.
It was a little, for me, it was a little out to 4-rail. But yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was, and that's what one of the points I made earlier. There's options, and there's 3 or 4 different options for
Yeah.
every shot.
Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the toughest players I ever played, and I played him a good 100 hours worth of one, but one of the best players I've ever seen was Cliff Joyner 20 years ago, and beating him ever once we got down to 1 ball on the table was damn near impossible. He was really amazing at this facet of the game.
Keep in mind, Francisco is just off a big one ball, 1 pocket out of Bio State Classic.
Yep.
So he's been playing a lot of 1 pocket, 1 ball, 1 pocket. There's a nice 2-railer here, and you can stick the cue ball. The angle lie's nice for this.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to hold the cue ball with a little bit of draw. Oh, he hit it nice. Oh, man, this thing might take the subway. Look at this, look at this. It took the subway.
I saw Efren do that in a video. What a shot. What a shot. Little showmanship.
Oh, yeah.
And it will be Francisco to break.
So much experience. I wonder how many games in 1 pocket each of them have played, but it would
Oh,
have to be, you know, you just say numbers and stuff, but like even like 2,000 games, that'd be a lot of, I mean, each game's an hour sometimes. That's a lot of 1 pocket.
Oh, these guys have played
I
a
bet
lot
you they
more than
played more than
2,000
that. You
games.
think
A
so?
lot
Oh,
more
yeah.
than that. 2,000 games? That was probably last month for Tony.
Yeah, because you could probably play 40, 50 games in just 1 tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home
Yeah,
tournament play.
They've got a lot of.
Yeah, they got a lot of experience here. Well, what a treat we have from Predator here to get to see something you don't see very often. Is 1 pocket. I believe it's the first time Predator has a 1 pocket face-off, and not only do they set it up 2 days in a row for you, it's with 4 of the best players.
Well, I'll tell you something else that Predator really does right is they make these tables from the factory tight. When you buy, and I'm not picking on any table brand, but you buy most table brands, now you're going to have to call a competent mechanic, spend a couple $1,000s, say, hey, I want the pockets 4 1/4, 4 1/8. Predator is doing this from the factory, and they're doing it right. So you can buy a table right from them that plays super tight and great without having any alterations, or hopefully the mechanic knows what he's doing and all that. So Predator's really hit it out of the park with these tables.
Yeah, one of the other things about that is, you know, when you have a table custom fitted for those 4 1/8 inch pockets, you don't have the bad facings.
That's
when
right.
when you shim them.
Yep.
And they don't play gaffy.
Right.
Nice break there. The stack has really protected the 3 balls that are open to his hole. Actually 4 balls if you include the one by the side pocket. And he's probably going to stick the ball there.
Yeah, shoot the 8-15
Yep.
and stick. Good things can happen.
That's it. And just wait
Yeah.
to see what your opponent gives you to get out of that mess. But now he's got 7 balls that go to his hole.
Now, I can't drone on too long here, but let's just say it was laying right. You see the 4-7. If the cue ball had room to kick 2 rails and clip the
Ooh,
4,
that
the
shot's there.
4-7 goes right to your hole, the cue ball comes upstream. That's the kind of shots I've learned watching these guys play. They figure out a way to move balls early. Now, it's not laying right this time, but just to get you thinking in that mode.
Is the bottom right Francisco's hole, or is that's Tony's hole?
No, Tony's over where Francisco's
okay.
standing, I believe.
Would you consider
believe.
kicking that 4-7 off the one?
Yeah, it's
It
not.
lays nice.
Well, especially if you could have went, oh no, this is Francisco's hole.
Oh, okay.
But if he could have kicked 2 rails instead of 1, and then the cue ball goes upstream.
Okay. See, I was looking, he was here.
Yeah.
Kicking to the.
Kick like this. Boom, boom.
Yeah, no, yeah, that would work too, but even straight in, if you hit the bottom side, you could sell out.
Well, the straight on kick, though, the cue ball doesn't go nowhere, and
Okay.
it stays there. You really like it when it glances upstream.
Okay.
So just don't use those kind of shots to beat me next time we play, George, okay?
I told you
I'll
I was
help you
getting a
all I
free
can,
lesson,
but
my
not-
friend.
So Francisco has got a trap. He's got a lot of
Oh.
balls on his side, and he's going to defend.
Now,
with that.
see, this 4-7 to me looks really good off the one.
Well, yeah, but I believe this is the Tony's.
No,
holes on
I'm
this.
saying
Yeah.
If he doesn't do something with it,
Oh, yeah.
he's going to have it.
Oh, yeah.
Francisco will have it available.
Yes.
And that 2-rail kick you mentioned,
Yes.
it lays real nice for it, and the cue ball goes up table.
That's right. Yeah, those are the kind of things you got to look at when you play one pocket. He might even take a slow kick at this 14. Oh, he's just going to come to the
He
two.
double
Good
rail
shot.
kick.
Good shot.
He didn't get a rail, I don't think.
No, but he sure got out of a bad position.
Yes, he did. And he didn't leave that kick I was just talking about.
Now, I believe Francisco, well,
he's a little tight here.
This is actually pretty difficult. He might have to drive through the 9 and go up near the 13 with a little bit of a stun.
He's going to try to hold the 9.
Yeah, kind of stay behind the stack. Anytime you have to elevate your cue playing one pocket, it's tough.
The problem with the shot he was about to shoot was the 9 ball was going to come back to Tony's hole.
Yeah,
He did not want to move that.
No,
that's why he waited.
Yeah, and he's ahead, 0 to -1, so not time to
Does
get
that
great.
factor in your thinking there? One ball?
No, not well. A one-ball lead.
A 2-3 ball lead. I look to protect.
Well,
a
a one-ball lead on pockets this tight is a little bit of lead because you got to hold the guy to 7. So it's a little bit. It's better than nothing.
But look what Francisco has that Tony doesn't. Tony has 1 ball that goes to his hole. Francisco has 8.
Right. Yeah. Tony has to be real careful. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, and there's the one he's
left.
left.
It all starts right.
I see a quick 3. 4. If he gets to a good position on the 9 ball, I see him all gone.
At his level, I mean, that's just like missing ball in hand to him. When he plays a safety that far off, that just irks him because Tony is such a good mover that he hates leaving a shot as much as I hate missing a straight in, playing straight ball or something. Nice
Look how nice how efficient he was there. Now, do you come up for the 8 here, John? Or do you draw back and get on the 9?
I think you could do either one. You might even be able to play the 7, but it looks like he's going to the 8. Well, what?
Didn't hit it. Didn't hit it.
Man, he's not going to be happy with that. Boy, that's aggravating when you do that because like a player of his level, he's going to get up there on that 8 and run some balls, and you got to shake that off though. It happens to everybody.
Oh yeah.
It just pulls a hard game. There's no way around it.
I think like in the first game, I think it was Tony was trying to go between those 2 balls and he hit it full, lost out on the run. He got to 5 instead of out.
Well, I'll tell you what. Would anybody like to guess if Tony banks this orange ball?
I don't know.
Got
The
a nice
15,
angle
that ball
on
on the rail there might come into play. It shouldn't, but it might.
Boy, it looks like he's got a nice lane to bank that ball.
Yeah, he's got about an inch to go by it, but that's pretty tight.
Oh, then it's tougher than I'm thinking. Yeah.
Looks pretty tight.
Right. It must be if he's not shooting it.
Back in the stack, or as I like to say, back in the stock, man.
Yeah. Now, sometimes I'll just go off the right edge of the 15 here with high left English, go up against the 3. Real basic, real easy. A lot of times when you're in trouble too at one, but just do something you can do every time. Or something like that. Something you can't screw up,
You know, that's just, it's nice when they tuck it in like that underneath. I like to be frozen on the ball, though. It's just so much harder to get out of. But even that is very effective.
Yeah.
There's your bank.
Oh, what a shot.
Is there room? Yes. See?
Barely missed.
See? It was real close.
Tough.
Now look at this. A lot of you one-pocket players that aren't great champions or not familiar with the game, he's got 2 options here, the 12 or the 8. Both shots could lead to Tony getting a lot of balls.
Well, Francisco, I'm not sure I would shoot either.
I
Well,
kinda like
the
bank
8
shot.
The 8, he knows he can jam the cue ball over to his right. So if he misses this, he wants to overcut it. Boy, would this be a heck of a shot. Yeah, he made sure to overcut it a little, get the cue ball over there. Good shot.
I'll tell you right now, if these pockets were 4 1/4,
Might
he'd
have
still
went.
be shooting.
Yep. Yeah,
Watch how close this is. Yeah, hello.
These are tiny. Tell you what, Tony might have a dead ball. Yep. Oof.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can't leave Tony that shot. You know, I don't ever like to critique great players because they're great players, so they know they're. But you know that when you miss that 8, that you're leaving him. Yeah, those balls were dead in Tony's hole. That put a lot of heat on Francisco. Man, it must be nice just make every bang. What a superpower.
You know, I will say this table looks like it's playing very, very nice.
Oh, it plays great, but tough.
Now, would you rather shoot the 7 or the 3? I like the 3 and open up the 14 and the 8.
Yeah,
And
I
the
wouldn't
1
be
6
against
there.
that. Go right
Because
in.
you're guaranteed a shot, insurance shot on the 7.
Yeah.
He would have liked to open that up.
Sure, but this isn't bad.
Well, at worst, he gets a bank on the 14
Right.
here.
And the way he banks, it's like, oh, he played up under the ball. Nice shot. Tony.
Oh, even better. Go to the top.
Yeah, he might even try to slide over behind the 14 or open the 9 or who knows.
Either
Yeah,
that
he
or
was trying
nibble
to
the
get over
9.
there.
Yeah, he could have nibbled the 9, got on the 6, and gone from there. Ball count is 5 to 3.
See, this
now.
right here is amazing to me. I sell out whenever I kick this. He just thinks of it as like a hanger.
And now you got to kick behind it and stick the cue ball there. Now, see, there's a great example of execution. Most players won't even shoot that shot
Right.
because it gives up a return bank.
Yeah, he kicks.
He
real
not
nice.
only did not give a return bank, he thought he couldn't miss it.
I mean, I've seen him shoot that little kick like 17,000 times. He only screwed it up like twice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's real good with those.
That's why I think we said earlier, it might be the wrong shot, but it's not the wrong shot
Yeah,
for
if you're
him.
Tony Chohan, it might not be because he hits them real nice. Super talented player.
And he is, like you said, he shot that shot 17,000 times.
He's really confident in what he's doing. Yeah, with the count, Tony would like to just drive him up out of play. Francisco has the 6, 9, 14, 12 that all go to his hole, though. So that's problematic for Tony. He has to address that and get those up out of play.
And notice the cue ball, always on a rail. If you're not gonna, don't let your opponent come to the table without his hand on the rail.
I think I would just roll the 14 up towards the 9 here, something basic, or maybe the 13, nudge it up, soft. Yeah.
Anything but give up a shot.
Yeah, just be real careful.
I would move the 14 over to my side if I could, or move both those balls and get the cue ball down to the bottom rail.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what he's looking at here.
Yeah.
He sees something offensive that I'm overlooking. And because he's down 5 to 3, ball count, he's going to lean on
Well,
offense
I'll tell
here.
you, if he can get to 15, no, he can't.
Well, if he could bank
can't get
this
to it.
6 even toward, no, it didn't have a lane. Now this is not bad at all.
Oh, that's challenging your opponent. He's giving up a shot on the 9 ball. Oh, this is his pocket
Yeah,
over here.
yeah. No,
Okay,
that was
take
a pretty
back.
nice shot there.
That's good. That's why I was confused. I got confused on the pockets. I do that a lot. I do
Now,
that when I'm
well,
playing.
especially from this perspective, looking above the table, it's
Sure.
easy to forget. When you're playing, you're sitting in a chair, and that's your hole and all that stuff.
And I shoot at my wrong hole. a
I've
lot.
done that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've shot at the wrong pocket many times.
See, I'd rather use the excuse that I'm old instead of I'm dumb.
What a nice hit. Held the cue ball beautifully. Shot, Tony. And even if Francisco chose to shoot the 14, I mean, it's probably going to get him one or give up the whole game.
I like banking the ball that he's at, the 11 ball, and taking the cue ball up to.
Yeah, I mean, with that
Oh,
ball
I
hanging
didn't.
there
I didn't
for
see the
Tony,
ball hanging.
yeah,
I didn't
it's
see the ball hanging. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't see the ball
How
hanging.
dare you, George?
Yeah, see, I would like to bank that ball and bring the cue ball to the 6.
Oh, good shot.
But
Yeah.
I didn't see the ball hanging.
Mhm.
I thought he had a free shot.
Yeah, I think you just give him this purple 4. Those are the kind of shots I'm good at making. I usually could make those.
That's one of the few shots I'll bet
Yeah.
on.
Nice.
And again, tuck in the cue ball.
Hey, you know, he puts a
Every
ball on the
chance.
side of the board and just, yeah. Tony moves real good.
He played shape for the bank shot to his hole. You can see now when Francisco banks this ball that he's shooting at over to his side, he's giving up a bank shot, but there's going to be 2 balls in play.
Yeah, he's going to bank this towards his hole. Kick it towards his hole even. Wow.
Oh, that
was crafty.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know that was really necessary, but that laid good. And if that would have went in, the cue ball would have carried to the 9 just
This
right.
ball cuts. I'm sorry. I think Tony cuts this ball.
Well,
will
he
bank
might
his
even choose to
the
bank
9? Yeah.
the 9 and put the cue ball up behind the 12, kind of.
He just needs 2. Francisco's behind in the ball count.
Kicked it and stick.
Kicked
Oh,
it.
beautiful. He had room to kick. That's even better because the cue ball doesn't move. It's so nice.
And now Francisco has to stick this ball, or he comes up and gives him a bank shot. Do you think he might kick this?
Well, yeah, believe it or not, the kick's not as bad as you think. Yeah, he's kicking at it.
Yep.
And the cue ball runs back up to where he's standing. Nice shot. And again, that's because of the count. If the count was different, he'd never shoot that. You're not too often. If
Not
the
too
count-
often, yeah. You have to pick and choose your times,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think that's a wrong shot. It's not the best shot.
Well, when you're
maybe
down
it is.
6-4, it's a real nice one.
Sure. Well, look, now he has 2 balls in play, where he didn't before. But see, there's that shot that Tony played shape on 3 shots ago.
And see, a lot of players would say, well, you know, you're ahead 6-4 there. You're bringing that ball into play. And now when Francisco has a free bank, but Tony banks it dang good that it kind of skews that thinking.
I like that bank shot he just took all day long. In fact, I'm surprised he hit it. I don't want to say he hit it that bad, but you know that he didn't make it.
I think Tony can escape here. There's
The
all
kick
kind
and
of ways
stick
to
off.
escape
Oh,
this,
yeah.
but you don't want to drive the 9 out and have it catch the 12 and leave a bank. So he's going to be careful here.
This is actually interesting. I would kick the 9 ball softly off the bottom rail.
Well, I think he can just shoot it out with left hand and get it to turn like this. Yeah, and that way it doesn't
He
hit
had
the
room
12.
for that. Gotcha.
Yeah, he did good there. That could have been screwed up really
Now he's
easy.
got to find a way to protect this 12 ball. So will he roll up on the 13 and use the 9 ball to protect it?
Well, I'll tell you the shot I like is I like kind of crossing the 13 to the right and going into the 6-7 with the cue ball. Like that, or that's the same thing. Nice shot.
Oh, that makes it nice. Well, that did give him a little bit of a bank, but he's got to worry about that pocket of the cue ball
Mm-hmm.
because he has to hold it. He can't come off the rail.
Wow, is he really shooting this? Holy cow.
You probably just said, "Oh, we're only playing for 10,000."
I know, right? That's like just another day at the office for him.
Yeah. Well, we're in Vegas. It's only one night out in the town.
That was a good shot there. He hit that with a ton of inside English to put the brakes on the cue ball. Now, Francisco, I believe you hit this 9 with a high right cue ball and get the 9 over towards the 12 and the cue ball into the 6-7. You're not really going to make this
Gotcha.
bank, but you're trying to just get it on your side.
Well, the other thing about it is if you go long, there's the 12 you can push to the hole.
Yeah, this is kind of like a Bill Cosby bank. There could be an unwanted kiss involved.
The ball count is 6-4.
Yeah, 6-4. I mean, you got to defend here, but Boosty has to be aggressive. Tony has to defend. Just get him out of play. Francisco's trying to do something. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I just hardly.
Oh.
I always leave a bank on this shot. It seems like
And
it
he
doesn't
did
go
too.
in. Yeah. It leaves a
He
bank
sure
more than it. But if it goes in,
I
wins the game.
liked using the outside English and banking the ball. The only problem with that was the 2 rails. You might go by the 7 and scratch.
Well, you know, to win matches against these world champions,
gotta shoot
you
shots
have
like
to do stuff that's
Yeah.
exotic and fantastic, so I don't fault Francisco. If he was playing a match where he was playing a player well below his level, he might never shoot that because he knows I can win if I just take my time.
Mhm.
But with Tony, you have to do something.
Yeah, it cost him the
Great.
game.
Yeah,
Oh, not yet.
little tiny pockets.
Darn Cheerio.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say he missed it again, but that was a replay, huh?
Yeah.
That was to make you guys laugh at home.
So Tony needing 1 ball. Francisco is really going to have to make something happen here. Wow, look at this shot.
Oh, it's going to scratch.
What a
Ooh.
great hit.
Look at the
He might have
6-7.
just
He
wired
can't
him
play
up.
it.
Now the thing is, you'd really never want to shoot this and bring this 7 to play
No.
and all that.
No.
But if it's wired, it's wired. Yeah, he could have scratched there. I think Tony just has to do something with the 2 balls by Francisco's hole. Oh my God, he can't seriously be shooting this. Wow, what an aggressive shot. I mean, it just.
Now, put yourself in Francisco's spot. Do you stop this ball? Because I don't think he
Well,
doesn't have the
you're going to
angle.
try to stun over for the
Yeah.
12, but that you can risk missing this ball now, creating, cheating the pocket. Yeah, it's very
Well, see,
easy to do something.
I
like
was
that.
thinking not trying to do that, stopping the ball and banking the ball into the 12.
Yeah, I think stopping there would have been like a double kiss on the. Yeah,
Because I just feared
I
that.
know what you mean. You're
I
right.
feared that.
It's not bad there.
It was a dead stop,
Well-
and he had the bank.
But when the pockets are that little, too, it's hard to cheat the pocket and make the ball.
That's
Great
why.
angle. Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Back on the ball.
Yeah,
No.
just he's trying to guard the 7. He doesn't
Yes.
want Francisco to move it. That's his little pawn over there that's useful for him.
Mm-hmm. He's about to queen it.
Well, he's gonna do the real soft, just lay to it back. Oh, that's fine too. That's all you can do.
That's a pretty shot.
Yeah, that's a nice little hit.
Held
there.
it. Got him close to the ball.
But Tony would like to cross the 12 out to the middle and go down to the bottom right corner on our screen and double him up on the 7, but that you risk hitting the point of the side pocket. So this is a.
What about trying to get behind the 6?
That was a good hit there. No, that was what you do right there, because now whichever ball he removes, you kind of have a threat.
You have a bank on the
Yeah.
12. Yeah.
Now he'll kick the 7
Yes.
out, but then Tony can twist the 12. So this will lead to trouble here for Francisco. Now you know why he kicked that so soft? To keep the 7 in the banking lane.
Exactly. Good point.
And block the banking lane.
perfect.
Although you really want to remove it, you know that you need a blocker for the bank.
I knew he couldn't give up the bank on the 12,
Uh-huh.
needing 1 ball, so that's how you had to kick it soft.
Wow.
And there it is. Tony
Hit it
wins
right in
that
the
one,
face
8-5.
Geared it in there. Nice shot.
That is game number 4, excuse me.
Look at that
And the
thing.
score is
Wham.
2 apiece. And get this, the first game, Francisco won 8-5. Second game, Tony won 8 and out. Francisco wins 8-7 on the third game, and now Tony wins 8-5.
Yeah, it's been a nice fast-paced match
Yes.
and a lot of great shots. You know, in these pockets, you won't just have 8 and out, 8 and out. You're going to see a lot of moving, a lot of banks. I like it.
There's your Predator chalk on the Predator table on the Arcadia cloth. And here's some stats. Leading in ball count, about the same percentage. Who won the game when they led in the ball count. Runs greater than one ball. Both of them have run balls more than once, a high percentage at the time. Fouls drawn. They had a couple of intentional fouls. Safety efficiencies, about the same percentage. And this, you have a tie score, so these stats are all very close. Because your score is very close. Even the number of balls made is very close. With the exception that Tony had that 8 and out. So good stats. Thank you, Michael. The pool stat guy.
Mike Salmon, yeah, he's got it dialed in.
Oh, he's.
Oh,
Tell
nice
you, he's
break
got quite
there.
the Excel sheet to list everything at warp speed.
Boy, this is going to be difficult to get out of.
Now, do you drawing that ball underneath the 9? I've actually done that on a few occasions.
That shot for one is so easy to hit the 2 heavy,
And
leap
scratch.
straight in, draw into that. That's my last resort.
Exactly.
A lot of times you'll see players shoot that. They're kind of inexperienced. It looks good on paper and it makes sense in your mind, but just go try it 100 times. You're only going to pull it off like 6.
To tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I've tried that 100 times,
yeah.
and I've actually been halfway successful. But with that particular shot, I mean, you have a 6-inch square landing
Right.
area that you're going to
And you can
scratch more
scratch
than
off
likely.
it a lot,
Exactly.
yeah.
So that makes that one pretty much a no-no.
He's probably going to drive through the 15 and just go forward and try to get under the 9. That's even better. See these tight pockets. He knows that if I leave the guy on the back rail, although this is no good. I mean, Tony can try to cut the 2, get behind the 9.
Yeah. In most cases with tight pockets, this is your friend.
Yeah, I mean, what Francisco was trying to do there was correct, but you got to just hit it a little bit different than that.
I wonder if the 9 ball goes by the 5. Oh, he overcut it, making sure he got over, and I'm not so sure he got over.
A tough
He
shot.
rolls his eyes.
Yeah, tough shot.
You know, I commentated Tony's match versus this Laz Martinez, this little junior that's playing, the 9-ball match, which he happened to lose. And his eyes are so expressive. They tell you so much. He'll sit there with his head cocked, and all his moves is his eyes going back and forth. And it is a joy to watch him in the chair when his opponent's shooting, and he's just sizing up his opponent.
Yep.
He tells you a lot with those eyes.
Well, Tony's always just treated me with such respect when we play, win or lose. He's a gentleman, and he doesn't he doesn't say untoward things or he just shakes your hand, good shooting, and and we all know he's the best one pocket player in the room. But even when you beat him a set, he just gives you a fist bump, says good shooting.
I'll get you next time.
Yeah. I've always liked the way he treats his opponents, win or lose, a lot of respect. And Francisco, the same thing.
This is a tough shot with the bridge. I'd much rather shoot it with an extension.
Yeah, that was
Look
a
at
good
this.
shot.
Now he'll go up for the 6. Give himself an angle to come over for the 12 or the 10.
Yeah, it's a big game. He'll be ahead 3-2, and
Didn't give himself that angle.
yeah, that's a big lead in a race to 5.
Does he have enough angle to follow this
tell
and
you.
try to get on the 4?
I think he can stun behind the 12 here, but he has to hammer this thing.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
good.
was a
Perfect,
heck of a
yeah.
shot. Very missable. When you're swinging your arm that violently, the tip can get away from you.
I knew he had a fraction of an angle, and so I because of the difficulty of the shot he just executed, I thought maybe following over to the 4 ball was
I mean,
better.
that was doable too. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one, he did this
Yeah,
beautifully.
he did it nice. Now I think you got to play shape on the 1. Well, maybe he can get to the 4. Yeah, nice shot there. Nice shot.
Nicely done. And for some of you players out there, that's not easy to do.
No, no.
It's pretty when you do it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, nice shooting.
That was a good old 8-0. Well, there's an 8-0
Yeah, I
back.
think
Now
that
we're
was-
even.
Yeah, an 8 and out on pockets this little. That takes some serious
And,
pull
and
skills.
that's 2 of them that we've had. Each player has had one. Now I think they're 1 ball apart. After
Yeah,
5 racks.
They're very evenly matched.
Safety efficiency is 4% difference, but then the scores, I mean, everything is even. 1 ball difference.
Yeah, the
5
numbers
games.
don't lie.
No. Great stats, pool stat guy.
Well, you know, Francisco, I mean, he traveled with Efren so much. He has sat and watched Efren play a bazillion games of one pocket. And as we all know, Efren was an unbelievably great one pocket player. So, you know, guys like Bustamante and Tony really grew up in that era and have sat and watched him play a ton. And, you know, if you don't learn watching Efren play one pocket, you're not paying attention.
Exactly. He's a joy to watch.
Oh, yeah. But Bustamante is now like at that level. And Tony and Bustamante, and you know, I got to see Efren play for 20 years from 5 feet away. So I would, you know, I think Tony and Francisco play that level. They really do. They know all the shots. They bank great. They shoot great.
This is interesting.
Yeah, they
Is he kicking
become.
behind the 10?
Yeah, taking a foul back there. Nice shot. Nice shot.
And you'd like to be behind the 10 where you can't see those balls. Does he have a shot at the 4?
Let's see here.
Okay.
He might be able to. No, he can't hit the 3. Okay, I was going to say, I thought he could maybe come 2-rail the 3 ball some kind of way, but probably going to have to glance off this 4 and just get over there behind the 12, lay the cue ball on the rail.
Because like he's
Knowing
going,
him, he's playing the 4 off these balls or something. Yeah, boy, that was risky. Holy cow.
risky, but since the execution was
yeah.
perfect,
Wow.
it worked. That's the other piece of that equation. When your risk reward shots, when your execution is that good, your risk is that much less.
Yeah, and look at the way the balls are laying. I
You
mean,
look at the reward.
there's like 50 balls over by Francisco's pocket now, so Tony
yeah.
has to really adjust his shot selection and do something.
He's in a world of hurt here. The noose is getting
That's
rather
not
tight.
bad.
That's actually very good, but the 6-ball banks, I believe. Can you get the cue ball be underneath that those 2 balls there?
Close.
The 12's
Even if you could just drive the 6 over
Yeah.
there in some capacity and come forward. Yeah. But what you don't want to do is leave him bank on the 12 where he could twist and go into the 8. So you got to be careful where you lay this cue ball.
Yeah, he's going into the. Yeah, that 12 has a kiss. There's just no getting out of that. How many times do you sit there and shoot a shot and say it has a kiss? Oh, but I can twist out of it. Or I can do this out of it. And no,
kiss your
you
money
sell out.
goodbye.
Yeah, that's right. I'll buy a $100 bill.
Yeah. Nice
Oh,
shot.
look, that's what I thought
Yeah,
he might
nice
be able
shot.
to do. But now, you know, he can return the favor here with a 10 and get them both out.
Yeah, I think he can get them both out, but you can leave a bank on the 12 a lot
Yes.
of times. These will
Yes.
clear. The cue ball, say, runs into the 8, and now they can bank the 12, get under the 5. This could lead to problems.
Yeah, the problem I see with shooting the 10 into the 6 is it could come back up and hit your cue ball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this isn't straightforward at all. Francisco, even though the ball's favored Tony a smidge, now I wouldn't even say that. Francisco's in the driver's seat here because this can go bad right here.
This is a tough.
Yeah, whatever he tries to do, I'm not in love with it. He's going to play the 6 towards his hole. Nice shot. Boy, good cue ball, too. Yeah, he executed that great. Such a smart player. When you watch Tony Chohan play one pocket, it's like watching a 280-year-old person play. They have that much experience in his body, you know. He has the experience and knowledge of an old wise person.
I wouldn't have a problem slow kicking the 6 ball just to the rail,
just
so
to
you don't leave a
escape
bank.
this
Just to
mess,
escape. Live to fight.
The only other option would be to come off the 11 and drip underneath the 6, but I like getting the 6 out of there like you're saying. Yeah, just like this.
Yeah, that's it.
You
Just
kick
slow
soft
rail
so it
kick.
doesn't leave a bank or anything. Good shot.
Now you'll see me use that shot next time you come over.
Oh, yeah, great. Assassinate me with that later. Yeah, I mean, you know, you just can't leave.
Do you leave a shot?
Do that.
Oh, the ball went in and left the spot shot for Tony. That's why I saw him point there, and he goes, he's disgusted.
Well, and you know,
yeah, there it is.
The better your opponent is, the more you have to try to do stuff like that to win, because you can't just tiddly-wink around and beat a Bustamante. So I don't blame Tony, but here's the thing. At the pro level, when you do stuff like that, you're just going to say, I screwed up today, I'm going to lose today. That's the way it goes.
If he bumps the 3, which he was trying to do, there's no shot.
Yeah.
But he didn't bump the 3, and he left it, and now...
A golfer makes a bogey, says, I'm going to miss the cut. I mean, it is what it is. You just got to do your best.
Big game, too.
Yeah, huge game. Now, he might draw 2 rails and clip the back of this 12, or even just go straight into it. But really focus on making the ball, obviously.
Now, I'll tell you why this game is so important. What I think of this is Francisco wins here, he gets the break next.
Yeah, he's a big favorite now. Now, this has a banking lane, I believe. Might have to turn it over there with a little bit of left, hit it heavy, and then lengthen it out. And the new cloth will do that for you a little bit anyway. It looks like it's laying right on.
Nope.
Well, he just made sure he didn't hit the 12.
All right, let's see what Tony's going to do with this. The balls favor Tony getting quite a few. Look at that. 5, 7 balls.
Yeah. Doesn't have much to start with. But if anybody could figure something out, it's this genie.
It's funny. I can't go there. He's banking the ball straight over.
Nice, play a little bank combination.
Yeah.
Well, I've told Tony this. I always told him that he reminds me of a genie that comes like you rub a bottle and a genie pops
exactly.
out with the
I was
little
thinking of
curvy
Aladdin
shoes.
in the
like
in the
I
genie,
picture him as like this genie. I don't know what it is. The way he banks, I guess, you know. It's like, I'll grant you one wish. Can I bank like you, Tony?
I thought he was going to use that 11 for cover, and he actually tried to do something I didn't think of, was try to lay up against it.
Right, yeah. That's effective.
It's just twice as effective. If you get it, the closer you get to that 11 ball, the less he can do.
Right. Well, there's a style you play on tables this tight too. That put the ball in the end round, just putting something on your side and near the hole is more effective than loose table. So his shot selection will be a little different.
Yeah, keep in mind that 45-second shot clock.
Yeah, that almost caught him off guard there.
They might have forgot about it. They haven't even come close to using. No one's using extension.
That's Right. Yeah, you're right.
No one's using extension. They haven't stopped the clock for anything. So if you're not, talk about a rhythmic one pocket game. These guys have been dancing out there.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, this is fun to get to see some one pocket. I'm digging it. I live in Wyoming now, and nobody really plays it there. So I
Can
go
they spell
months
one
of the-
pocket there?
Well, I've got all my friends kind of getting into it, and they've learned quite a bit in the 9 months I've been there, and they're starting to understand it and like it, and they're all tuned in. My buddies in Wyoming, Josh and Jason, Kyle,
I
they're all
like
digging
the
it.
spank he's about to shoot. I like drawing this ball underneath the 10.
Yeah, well, especially with relative to
Uh-huh.
the count, you got to go here.
I like this shot.
But pockets is tight. Ugh.
When you're coming straight down the rail,
Yeah,
they're
he
not
hit it
that
good.
tight.
He hit it
But
good.
see, I like drawing that ball, just like that.
Francisco has a chance to. You see, a lot of times though, if you shoot this 11 into this 5, I mean, it looks good when it works, but it can also develop a bank, and then Tony bumps one in, and see, Francisco's smart enough to know that he probably won't go for this combination bank. He'll try to just put the cue ball on the back rail, knock balls out of play.
What about shooting the 11 ball off the 10, into the 10, to the bottom side of the 10, catching it kind of full, it goes to the hole.
Well, that's,
You hold your
I
cue ball on
guess,
the bottom rail.
mechanically possible, but I think he's
It's
just
crazy.
well, he's gonna. I guess he's going for this 11-5. I'm not in love with this. But the way you play it is 2 rails. You try to 2 rail the 11 into the 5 and spin up behind the 15. Just like this. It leaves a bank a lot of times. He's okay. He's
That
okay.
just took it away.
Yeah, he's okay.
I think he's going to find himself stuck between the 7 and the 11 ball.
Yeah.
2 rails in underneath him.
Now, obviously, if this 10 has a lane, he'd go for it, but I can't tell if it does.
He's
it
going
looks like
for it. He is
yeah,
going
he's
for it.
twisting it. Well, I'll tell you what.
Hello.
He banks just on here. Now you need to hit this with a high left cue ball, and it's a tough shot because your tree topped over the 9. Very missable. Yeah, nice shot, Tony.
Oh, it doubled up.
Mhm.
If he nibbles that
That
7
was
ball,
unlucky,
he's in
yeah.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That was a little unlucky. Boy, he wants to shoot at something. So,
Cut the 1.
yeah. Well,
It'll cost you the game,
I
but
mean-
you might win the game too.
oh my gosh, he's not seriously.
Yeah, he is.
Oh man, Tony.
Or is he kicking underneath those? No, he cut the 1.
Oh my God, what a shot!
Holy.
What a shot! I'm gonna shave my head. I can shoot like him. I'm
Well,
shaving my
just
head.
you got 2 guys out there. You got Tony out there and Quintaras.
Yeah,
They're both clean shaven on the head.
that's right.
It looks good too behind.
That's right.
See right there? There's a good
Yeah.
view.
Oh, he's jacking up and trying to stun this and get behind the
He wants to get underneath.
Oh
those
my
balls.
goodness, what a
But
good hit that was.
cue ball
He
accomplished.
got there.
Yeah.
Man, he made something out of nothing there. Wow. Such a straight shooter.
I meant to ask him before they started playing who he plays with. A lot of the players out there, a lot of the fans would love to know what he plays with. Do you happen to know?
Oh, what
Is
cue
he
he
a
plays with?
Southwest or-
Probably a Southwest.
I
That's
think,
what he's had forever, but
okay.
I'm not
That's
sure.
what I thought he played with.
I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
Those are actually the basic questions I ask most players.
Yeah, I was always
Yeah.
curious about that. Like, what do you
Yeah.
play with? What tip?
Sure.
Yeah, I was fascinated with that at the beginning of my pool life. Nice
Oh,
shot there.
nice. Oh,
Yeah, nice shot.
lucky for Tony that he didn't get position on this
Yeah,
ball.
that cue ball
Yeah,
can
that
carry
could've-
up for
yep.
shape, and they just run out on you. Keep this ball kind of on his side. Just glance the cue ball. Just like that. Guards it where Tony can't move it. Smart.
Well, the 2 ball goes by
Right,
the
yeah, if the
thing,
2
so
ball
does
go-
the 9. Otherwise, I would double him up over there and bank this 14.
Yeah, well, the 9 goes though too.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
he's-
saying.
I don't know.
But no, those balls will go. So you can't do that.
Wow, he's playing shape.
He
on
might
the
play it
7. Look
anyway.
at this. He's going to come around.
It is shape on the 7,
This
but
is
he's
gonna
giving up the
sell
9.
out the 9 a
He's
lot
giving
of
up the 9.
times. unless you just hit it right in the center of the pocket.
Well, I will say, John, I've been known to shoot that shot, thinking the same thing. If there's a bank shot, I can make this one, so I played it. Of course, I've lost a lot more than I've won.
Yeah, I mean, that's courageous. A lot of money on the line here. Nice shot. Oh, he might even clip him. Oh, good try.
Well, let's look for a Mucci, see if he's sponsored by Mucci. Do you see a Mucci on there?
Wow, is he? He's playing this bank with shape on
off
the
the
purple.
5 and just stop the cue ball.
Well, I think he's just going for this bank and playing shape on the 4 or something. Oh, wow, he hit it pretty good.
Oh,
yeah, he put the cue ball back where he's supposed to.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Ball count's pretty even now. There's 7 balls on the table. What are we missing?
Tell
a
you
ball
what,
here?
I ain't shooting the 9. I'm banking this 10.
Yeah, we're missing a ball someplace. Scores 7 balls in, and there's 7 balls on the table.
Well, I think there's 8 out there, George.
Where's the 8th?
It's stuck on the
4-4. I see it. I didn't
yeah.
see the double spot. Thank you.
Oh, look at this hit.
Oh my Lord! What a
Nice
shot.
shot.
What a good shot. Now he's got to kick. He'll kick it out, but he's using the 9 ball to cover the
It's a
pocket.
big game here. Tony's got
Sure.
a chance to come back and steal this game, but if he loses this game, you know, huge underdog. So
Well,
that bank that Tony just made a second ago and played shape on the 7, and the 1 he cut backwards.
that was big.
If he wins this set, you can remember that little sequence of shots. Super gutsy.
Now, what do you shoot here, John? I like just going, well, the 4 ball's in the way. I was going to say, I like
might
going off the 12 and going to the upper corner.
Yeah, just put the 1 back over kind of
Okay,
center
I
table,
gotcha. I
go up
see it
in the
now.
top corner,
I see it
just
now.
like this.
I didn't see where I could put the ball over there by hitting those and not leaving a shot. You did.
Yeah, that was laying nice. Oh, Tony is trying to bend this 9 towards his hole and draw around up to the top left corner of the table. Oh, look at this hit. Nice cue ball.
And he got there. He
Great
doubled it
shot.
up. Do you like banking the 4 into the 9?
No, because you're going to leave a bank on the 12 too often. This is a glance and run type situation. He's got to do something something kind of safe here. I don't think he's going to. Well, I never know with these players, but yeah, something like that.
These guys have been nonstop. I'm telling you, we just haven't had to use any fill time, have we? They've been right at.
No, they're such talented players.
Yeah.
They make things happen from outer space. We're like I'm just ducking, and they're just creating opportunities.
Yeah, they're making that 45-second shot clock non-existent.
That's right. Which is nice to see, because we have races to 3 at the Derby City, and I think we had a match one year that took like 8 hours or something. I mean, you should be banned from the earth doing that. There's no way a race to 3 should ever do that.
Well, for those of you, if you just joined in the booth, is John Schmidt giving me lessons. My name is George Teja. Watching 2 of the greatest one-pocket players here in Las Vegas in a race to 5. They've played 5 games. They're a ball apart. And the score is 3-2 in favor of the experienced Francisco Bustamante. One Pocket Hall of Famer, BCA Hall of Famer, Tony Chohan, one of the top 3 One Pocket players in the world.
Yeah. Well, I've always felt like in the last 5 years or so, if Tony's feeling good and healthy, I mean, there would be nothing wrong with saying it's hard to say somebody's the best, though, because they're all so great, but he is always in that mix of top 3 in the world type thing.
Oh, he
Great
hit it in the
shot.
heart, pretty
Yeah.
close. Oh, wow, what a nice shot.
Oh, look at
Oh, that was great. How's that, Francisco? Even Francisco gave him a hand there. Straight in on the 1 ball. Well, we both know where he got that from, right? You've seen Efren do that?
Efren started
Yeah,
that,
Efren
and then
started that,
Bustamante
yeah.
and Alex,
Yep.
they all do it. And it, you know, as funny as it is, it's not as funny when you're the one in the chair getting beat. You know, it's all cute when you're the one draining the 2 railer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, this is just to tie it up, 3 apiece. Is he going to fire this or
Oh, nice
Yep.
shot.
back on the 9?
Yeah, he tried
No,
to.
he tried to. And you go ahead and just bank. None
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
balls
you
go.
could
You
play-
bank this ball. Yeah.
You could bank the 12 here,
Yep.
but you could risk scratching in the side and the corner. You might turn it with inside English. Yeah, there you go. That way you don't scratch. Francisco. You can actually, well, on older cloth, you could bank this 9 to your hole. End rail, side rail, but
Oh, I
yeah,
do
on the
3
new
railer.
cloth,
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like he might be playing in it. Yeah, just like the. Oh, that's gonna be decent. Good shot. That's as good as you can hit it
On worn
the
cloth,
yeah.
that could go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
on worn
Table's
cloth,
damp
that
or
could go.
something. Sure.
It'll bite there just
Yeah.
underneath the side pocket,
That's
and you
right.
can make that ball. It's like the 3 railer. You 3 rail out of the side and go. It's
right.
4 railer. It'll do that. On new cloth, no chance. That was close.
Yeah, Francisco
coulda
was
worked.
happy to dodge that.
Would you even consider 2 railing this 5 and drawing the cue ball underneath the 12?
Yes, but it's not laying right to do
Okay,
it. It's a
okay.
little too thin, but you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. That's a shot you'd play a lot. He's kicking this ball at his hole because the 9
Because
blocks
the
the
9
bank.
blocks the bank. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's. There's times to kick, even though
There's
the old
times to
rule,
kick,
old
yeah.
old school 1 pocket players say you never kick a
Oh,
ball.
no, there's, yeah, those guys, they played a different style back then, but yeah, I found out the hard way. There's definitely times to kick.
If that, well,
Wow, is he
kinda
banking this
crazy.
ball? Boy, you better hit this good to get behind the 12.
he's going to get over by the 8. I
Yeah,
believe.
just slide sideways.
Just slide sideways.
Yeah, like
No, he's
there
going
we
way
go.
up
That
on
well,
top.
that's nothing wrong with that.
Except that it didn't go. But here we go.
Now
Just-
Francisco's got a 3 railer on this 5, but the cue ball, your cue ball has to move left into the path just fractionally. Yeah, this isn't as easy as I'm making it sound. It
Yeah.
is doable though. You hit this with left-hand English, straighten out the 5 a little bit, and sometimes it can go off the side of the 12. I mean, a lot of good things can happen. I
He
think
might be
he's,
shooting it with
yeah,
that
the way he's
English.
cueing, he's just ducking or something. I don't. Yeah, he wasn't being too
Oh.
aggressive.
I actually like what he shot there.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
I would have just 1 railed it up and laid the cue ball on the bottom
Yeah,
rail.
yeah. No, he
down
made
to
a
the
nice
right
shot.
side and over, but that's even better.
Yeah, Tony's in a terrible spot.
As some people would say, that's more better.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to move them both. Yeah, nice shot. That was hit real good.
Fishing cue ball.
Now, believe it or not, this 2 railer on the 9 is laying real nice, and the cue ball will move to the left, and you'll be straight in on the 5 if Francisco makes this. You can hit this with like a, just kind of a center ball. Yeah, this is doable, but he's playing the 12 out of there, it looks like. Nothing wrong with that. Put it on your side.
9 ball back cuts.
Yeah, in the way the balls are kind of tied up, Tony
Yeah.
actually might shoot at this.
He's got 6. I like. The only thing wrong with it is it may leave a bank,
Yes.
but if he shoots it with speed, it won't.
Wow, what a shot.
Uh-oh.
Wow,
He's
that was a
okay.
great shot.
And the 5 may go.
Yeah, he's going to bank at this ball now at high speed. You want to kind of bank this firm so that it leaves town. If you miss it, you don't want it hanging down around the pocket, leaving it bank. So he'll pound this.
Oh, you got to guess.
Yeah.
Cue ball. What's
Got
going?
away from
What's
him a
going?
little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
what's
boy.
going to happen? Hello.
Well,
At worst, he can play the 2.
yeah,
At
you could
best,
three.
he can play the 5.
You could 3-rail the 2 ball, and the cue ball will end up back over behind the 12. 8 kind of, you know, you can get this ball near your hole. You can create a little something.
Would you consider 2 railing the 5 ball?
No, because it doesn't build much if it
Okay.
doesn't go in.
Okay.
This one,
That's why I
this
asked
can make
questions.
babies right here. If you hit this good, watch this. The cue ball will end up back over on that rail, and now you've got him hooked. That's a nice shot. Yeah, good shot. Very nice. Relative to the count, that was just totally the right shot. That,
Now, I'm surprised
That's-
Tony disturbed
yeah.
those balls.
yeah, Tony messed up there.
I
It'd be the
think I
first minute.
think I would have kicked 2 rails to take that ball out of his hole rather than disturb those 3 balls.
Yeah, I mean, you just that's going to lead to problems. He could actually lose the game. You know? The 12 is quite difficult, but
He just
now Francisco is trying to make the 12. Look at
yes.
this shot.
Look
He
at
tried
this. He's
do
going to
this.
make it.
He tried
going to
do-
make it.
He's going to win the
Now
game.
he's
and
out.
it's unbelievable.
Yep.
What a
Beautiful,
shot.
beautiful shot. Well, did he shoot the wrong hole? Oh no, that's what happened.
I wonder
Yeah.
what he just asked there.
He might have gotten a little confused.
Wow, Tony's got to be sick to lose that game, needing 1. Oh,
And now the ball will spot up once he makes the save ball, so he'll play safe for the spot shot.
it's just,
Ball that went in the side. He wants to do something funny.
I'll tell you though, as a player, there's nothing better than being picked to play like an exhibition match where you're, you know, guaranteed good things and you get to play. It's really a nice, it's like a deserving feather in your cap, all the years and all the wins. And it's a lot of fun, you know, a little
Sure,
bit less pressure,
sure.
but still your pride and ego's on the line and there's money on the line.
Oh,
It's a big match, but it's really a nice thing for him.
this is the second time I've commentated Francisco in an exhibition match. 2016, he played Rodney Morris in the Tiger Challenge, I believe it was. And they played on the bar box. They played I can't remember if they played an 8-ball or 10-ball, but they had a long session. And what a pleasure it was to commentate that.
Yeah. Well, I equate this to like the Shell's Wonderful World of Golf when they'd have like Fred Couples play John Daly, and it's a really nice thing as a player, and for Predator to offer them this, say, hey, we want you guys to play a game and put this one pocket on display for the world is, as a player, it's a dream.
And for those of you out there, I totally agree, John, but those of you out there that think that Francisco got lucky to make that ball in the side pocket and continue his run,
Oh, he was totally
no,
trying to
he
do
was
that, yeah.
totally playing
Yeah.
that, and with perfect speed.
Yeah, because otherwise he would have had to
Yeah.
deal with that ball later, and it didn't go.
And with perfect speed. What a great shot. What a great sequence.
You know, and I know there's all these like 21-year-old killers in this room, but me, as the senior citizen player that I am, I love seeing Bustamante at 60 years old out here playing like this, because that means, you know, I think we all have a chance to, because when do you stop playing good? I don't know. It's conjecture, right? I like to see that at 60 you can still play
Well,
like this.
I heard that Efren said, as long as my nerves hold up, I'll keep playing.
Yeah, and I've never had good nerves anyway, so
Yeah.
nothing's going to change for me.
And from a personal standpoint, you know, my nerves are pretty shot, so
Well-
that's why I commentate and I don't play. But, you know, of course, I'm not at this level either. You
Yeah,
know
but
that.
at least, I mean, just to see that you could play
Sure.
pro caliber pool at 60 is nice. Shot.
And not only play it, he's been winning.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah, he's
showed,
not
I
just
showed
out.
you his
Yeah.
titles and achievements here.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you who don't think this man is a successful player, just
Oh.
Google him and go
Well-
to Wikipedia.
no, it doesn't matter what pro it is. If you ask somebody how many pro wins have they had, they always are low. You know, like most people think, well, I think Bustamante's probably won 10 or 15. He's won like 200 tournaments, you know. Nice shot.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Tony's
he's
in the
in a
driver's
death
seat.
trap. He's in a death. Boost
Yep.
is in a death trap. Here.
Bustamante might have to 2-rail if he can, or come off the 7 and get up under the 10.
Here you go. You just called it.
Yeah.
And break up that combo.
Yeah, he'd like to make him
There
up
it is.
dead.
There you go. Yeah, that combo had him in a death trap.
Now, I think what Tony might elect to do here is glance off this 13 and open up the 13-10, and then put the cue ball 2 rails right up against the 6-12. So he has to go past the 2, real delicate, just like this. Now spin.
You just called it, John.
Oh, he almost did it. That's a nice shot, though.
He got it. He got the cover up against the ball.
Good shot.
And now that's one of the things that the elite one-pocket players do. They'll always leave you stuck in a ball because it just makes it so much harder to
limits
get out
what
of
you
it.
can do, sure.
Would you kick underneath that too?
Yeah, he's gonna masse and go off the side of the 3 real soft, just
Try
to
to
escape. This is gonna lead to problems, though.
I thought he could have tickied under the 2 and got under the 10 too also.
Well,
Not sure if he had room.
Tony's gonna bank this 14, I believe, and get the cue ball over behind the 11. Oh, he can cut the 10 maybe.
I like your shot. I like the 14 because he's going to run into the 2 ball. He's not sure where the cue ball's going. See, not sure where the cue ball's going.
Look at the 3. Santa's little
No,
helper.
look at the
Here
2.
comes.
Ooh, almost. Neither one. 3 banks.
That was kind of unlucky.
What a treat we're in for, folks.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite game to watch.
What a treat. Now keep in mind, a lot of people complain about one pocket. These guys are under 45-second shot clock,
Right.
and they haven't called an extension yet.
It's plenty watchable. It doesn't have to be an 8-hour race to 3. But that's a testament too, that like how straight they don't miss much, so the racks end quickly because they don't make a lot of mistakes.
We're working our way to 2 hours, and the score, they've played 6 games. And the score's 4-2.
Wow, the 2 hours has flown by.
It
feels
sure
like
has.
it's been 20 minutes.
I know. I know.
Really.
And this is why. You don't have this chalking the cue 50,000 times and walking around.
You know, I used to live in Mobile, Alabama, which was the mecca for pull-out. There would be Tony Chohan, Gabe Owen, Jeremy Jones, all the great players. Cliff Jordan. I got to sit and watch and play one pocket every day for 2 or 3 years. Now I'm living up in Wyoming, and I don't get to see a rack of one pocket for a year at a time. And so I'm trying to turn my friends into degenerates and playing the game, and now I can see the game played a little bit.
There's a nice shot. And
Yeah,
look
that
how
was
he
a great
hit. How he rearranged the furniture.
Rearrange the furniture. That's something I like to say. Yep, that's exactly what he did. And now all the balls are like a shooting gallery to Francisco's pocket. Over the years, they've all taught me shots. Tony's taught me some really neat shots. Scott Frost has. Justin Berg. I've learned a shot or two from almost every great player, and if you'll listen to them, they can all show you shots that'll make you go, wow, I have never thought of that. Alex Pagalayan showed me a few cool ones.
Alex has some great, he's got a few on YouTube that are just out of this world.
Yeah,
he really does.
Jack Cooney, I mean, I could go on for days of all the great players, and I used to ask him, like, what's some cool shots you know? And man, the compilation of shots I've seen from that group of players has really been interesting.
Went for it, huh?
He hit it. Look,
he's going to hit the
He's
ball.
gonna be okay.
He's
left
the 3. He was going for that window between the 3 and the 14.
Sure was.
And it laid nice. The line was there.
Yeah.
But when you take those shots, you run the risk.
That's right.
And that's what one pocket is all about, risk reward.
Yeah, it's like risk assessment. You have to look at shots and take, and to beat these kind of players, you're not going to outmove them. You're going to have to shoot and do something offensive because outmoving them inning after inning is just too daunting.
And as good as these two play, it's going to be hard to outshoot them, too.
Oh, yeah, and outshooting them's no fun either. Now, this is, yeah, he's going to have to go into these balls and knock them to the wrong side or.
Oh, well, there, end of that. No, he's still got the 4.
Yeah, and he can go into the 7 here.
Yep.
You got to make this, though, with the bridge, quite missable.
Into the 7, or would you consider going into the 12 for the 11 ball?
Well, you'd have
He's
to put
going,
so much
yeah,
spin
that's
on
why I
the
didn't
cue
like
ball.
that.
I think
Yeah.
that you better just nibble that in and make sure you make it.
I kind of felt that coming.
This is tough. I mean, obviously he can bank the 11, but you blow the game if you miss it. Your cue ball, the cue ball could hit the 8 and go forward and get safe, but this can sell out.
Yeah, with Tony's
Oh,
confidence,
he hit
he's
it
going to
so
shoot it.
good.
Oh,
Yeah, he hit it good. Nice shot, Tony. The T-Rex. The gentle giant.
He does have Mucci on the back of his shirt, so
Oh,
that could be a
okay,
Mucci
okay.
cue. Yep. I just saw the handwriting.
Yeah, he could beat us with a mop handle. But Mucci's play great, and I always like their tapers. Yeah, Tony's. I thought he was playing with the Southwest. That's interesting. I used the Southwest.
I had
for
heard he played
20
with
years,
the Southwest a long time ago, but I'll tell you one thing: a lot of the players have changed up their cues recently.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, what a
Look
shot!
at this, productive,
What a shot.
very productive. Now look how the balls lay.
Well, let's just say a ball flops in his hole there. He wins the game.
Yeah.
Just from outer space, wins the game.
And even so, the balls lay in his favor.
Now you just knocked the 6-9 out. He played it right off the 7 and knocked the ball in. One pocket makes you shoot shots that just don't come up in other games. It's, I think it's the best test of a pool player because you have to kick, bank, shoot, run balls, play safe right. Just, I think it's the best game.
Well, you're using everything. The cue ball, you're using three cushion billiards,
Right.
just everything.
And it's not paint by numbers. When you play
No.
rotation, you're either going to shoot or play a pretty basic safety straight pull. You're going to take a foul or shoot. We all know this game here. You're the ruler of your own destiny. You could do whatever you want to do out there.
One of the things I've noticed is a lot of people say, I don't play one pocket. I don't know the game.
So,
Do you play 8-ball? Do you play straight pull? Do you know what to do with the cue ball to move things, to protect
Yeah.
things, to shoot things? You just apply yourself and just,
wow.
yes,
I mean,
others
okay.
look at this shot.
That's unbelievable to kick at that. The
And
ball
so
was a foot from the
successfully.
right.
Yeah.
Hit it perfect.
Yeah. Reminiscent of that 8-ball he kicked in
Look
from
at
the
how
middle
far
of
that is.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Nice speed. Nice.
When they're close to the rail, you can measure them a lot better. When they're that far out, hello.
Yeah. And if he makes that, off and running.
Well, he would have needed 3 more.
Yeah, these guys create opportunities from nowhere. That's why they're so tough to beat. Got a lot of people tuned in on the chat. That's good. A lot of interest. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and we're glad to have you. So Tony being ahead 5-0 really should just take very few chances. He has to win this game, obviously, or the set's over. So just take your time. Let's win this game.
Oh, look the kind of limit he put on it. If he's not kissing, he can shoot the 9-ball, he can shoot the 7-ball to play safe.
Wow.
But right here, what do you shoot?
Yeah, you can't hit nothing.
What
here.
do you shoot?
Yeah, this.
There's
You have
only
to-
one ball on the bottom of the table, and you're stuck behind it.
Nice shot. Nice
That's
shot.
what you do.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Now, how many players can do that?
Well, that was a good shot, and it was really all he had. Just knock this out of play. Stick the cue ball right there.
Oh boy.
It's always fun when they bank the 15 in, get on the 9-7, and run 4-5 from nowhere.
Will this twist over to his?
Well, I'll tell you what, you could actually 3-rail this ball to hole, but it wouldn't be
Yeah,
worth
that's
much.
what I was thinking. That's
Yeah.
I know-
Some tables that 3-railer works real good. Some
exactly.
doesn't, yeah.
And there's some that just doesn't
Yeah.
work at all. It won't twist. Yeah, it's like a self-adjusting bank shot.
That's right. The more you cut it, the more it
Yeah.
adjusts. Yeah. Tony wants to just knock things out of play. Oh, the Bustamante, yeah, he's. Yeah. Oh. Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
He's going to be okay.
Well,
maybe not. Maybe a
not.
bank. Well, going to find a way to protect it. Shoot the 8-ball in. Oh, you can't do that without giving up the 10.
He might be able to cut this ball towards his home.
He might bank that 12-ball.
Wait a minute, Tony's pocket's the bottom right pocket, isn't it?
Exactly.
Oh, so he might
bank the
yeah,
12 ball to
12.
come between
Oh,
the
yeah.
the 8-10 for
That's
the
right.
7.
Yeah, play shape on the 7 of 13.
He's got a big pocket. He can come off the ball that's close to it, like right there. Yeah, perfect.
Now, I'll tell you what, when you're down 5-0 here, the way this lays, there's times that you're going to kick at this 12, and the cue ball will tick you down the rail for shape on the 13 if you make the 12. Now, he's going to play the bank on the 8. I really don't blame him. But the kick on the 12 looks like it's laying halfway decent.
I like him playing this bank on the 8-ball.
Yeah, I mean,
And he's going to try to get behind that 5-2.
he
He didn't
this
make it.
damn thing.
I don't think he made it.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
boy. I think Tony's out. He's a little
I mean,
hampered
out
queuing.
pockets that tight, like, golly, I guess that bank just looks easy to them, but I've always been afraid to shoot a bank that's like, if I don't make it, I just sell that out. My brain just doesn't
I agree.
work like that.
I agree. But like you he is behind.
Yeah.
He has
Well, the
to he has
kick,
to try
see,
to
the
do
kick
something.
on the 12, though, was at least had some safety built in. But you got to go with what you feel, though. That's the thing. To play pro caliber pool, you have to just go with your feel and trust. And
Yeah, he's also had 2 games, so
Right.
he felt that he had a game cushion.
That's right. Looks like Tony's going to.
That was another 8-0 for Tony. So we're going to take a little break here. We're going to have a videotape for you, and enjoy it. And welcome back, everyone. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. I've got John Schmidt sitting next to me, bringing you these one pocket showdown stats that the pool stat guy puts up. As you can see, time at the table, Chohan has been at there quite a bit, but he's down by a game. And he worked hard to win that last game, or he could have been out of the match. It's a race to 5 between Francisco Bustamante and Tony Chohan. And overall performance, they're within a few points. Breaking wins. The winner has won 33% of the time they broke. In fact, give you a rundown. Let's see. Francisco stole the first game from Tony, and it was Tony's break. Tony stole Francisco's break. Then Francisco stole Tony's break, and they went back and forth. And only once, 30%, I guess twice, someone won their break. Fouls on the break, no one's fouled, no one's made a ball. They will be re-racked if they make a ball. Corner ball control, what that means is the 3 balls on the corner of your rack, are they controlling those balls and pocketing those balls first? That's how he interprets that stat right there. Average shots it takes before they make the first ball. It's taken Francisco almost 4 shots before he makes a ball, and it's taken Tony a little over 4 shots before he makes a ball. Fouls, Tony's had 6, Francisco's had 1. On offensive fouls, excuse me. Missed shots, they've both missed the same number of shots. Maximum runs, they both had 8 and outs. Runs greater than a ball, 82% of the time. So when they come to the table, they've been very efficient, and they're not just making 1 ball at a time. None of this one and stop.
No, they've played
going.
great.
They played great.
And
yeah.
you know, you got to remember how tight. You know, you go to a golf course, and it's like the
Sure.
most difficult golf course on the PGA Tour. The score is going to be higher. This table is very difficult, and I think for as small as these pockets are, they played incredible.
Yeah. So there's some great stats for you by the pool stat guy. And that's Gintaras Petrovas from Lithuania. Heck of a referee, heck of a guy. He is fun. You know, you watch him walk around, he's got a heck of a sense of humor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does. I walked by him. I saw him kind of like in the distance. And then he was too far away to really say hi. And he kind of walks by, he goes, "Oh, you saw me over there and didn't say hi?"
Yeah.
But he's a heck of a guy. Francisco to break here in game number 8.
Nice break.
Leading by a game.
Well, it's hard from this perspective. I don't know if this cut is really on. It looks like he's looking at it. There's a big shot here, down 4-3. This has to go. Oh, he's going to spin right into the 5 ball, and he hit it.
Oh, boy.
You know,
that can cost you
I think if Tony
$10,000.
was being honest, he just looked like he leaned over and half stroked like he was in a hurry.
It
like
looked
his
easy.
wife was in labor.
It
or
looked
something.
easy.
Like what? Yeah. I think you got to take a half a second and aim at that.
Oh,
a little
especially
harder.
when it's
It's easy for me to say this after a
it
guy
can
misses,
lose you
but-
the match.
Well, yeah.
He didn't leave much.
Yeah,
He left
didn't
enough.
really aim at that.
Yeah. Will he play this underneath the rail, under the 2 and into the 9? Cue ball behind the 11?
I'll tell you what.
Or is he playing the 5-9, the 7-9 combo? I
cannot
can't tell
quite
what it is.
he's doing.
It's 5-9 combo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tony left him straight in. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like going, what is he doing? Yeah, he's
Yep.
straight in his hole. I think Tony'd like to have that shot back. He really just shot at it like it was in a hurry.
Let's see if he goes 8 and out here. He's going to put $10,000. Nice stack in his pocket.
And that'll make him dangerous in the 10 ball because his frame of mind will be real good. When you win a tournament like this or a match like this, you're just going to be even tougher to beat in the next format.
Well, he just won the Jay Swanson.
Yeah,
So
he's just going to win
you
him
know,
about 20,000 this week. Ho hum.
Now, do you play for the 2 and then come up for the 15?
No, I'd
Or-
come up for the 11 here, I believe.
Oh, that ball right there, I call it the 15.
Yeah, because it was so natural to
Yep.
go to it then. And then whichever side of the 11 you're following, you can go to the 2 or to the 1 or something.
Yeah.
Yep. Tony will do real well to get another chance to do much.
Tony would be very lucky to come to the table.
Yeah.
This puts him on 7.
Yeah, he needs what, 2 more? Yeah, he's going to try
This
to,
one and 1 more.
I mean, I guess you go to the 1 ball here, don't
Yes.
you?
And you can go under. You can go
Yeah,
to
go
the side
between the
pocket.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he's going
what?
the other way.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Boy, he's flashing
Well, he
gang
can't go
signs
that
over
way
there.
because now the 1 ball's not. I don't
That-
think the 1 ball's playable.
Yeah, with
Does
a
it?
lot
Oh,
of inside
never mind.
English,
Okay.
yeah, you can play this real slow with inside. Nice shot, Francisco.
And 8 now. What a
Wow,
match
what a
we were
quick
treated
match,
to.
too. Man,
What
Tony's
a
a little
match.
disappointed with that last shot, but they both played great. That was fun for me to get to watch that with you guys.
That was fun for me to sit here and listen to your analytical skills here for this game. I
Thank
can't even pronounce that word. How do you like that?
Now, thank
Well-
you for tuning in, everybody. That was a lot of fun, and what a display by 2 super talented players.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let's thank Predator for putting on this kind of an exhibition face-off match. We have one more coming for you tomorrow between Shane Van Boening and Joshua
Oh, I'm
Filler.
looking forward to that.
And now these guys did not use the shot clock once.
Nope, it's the way it should be.
And it's a 45-second shot clock. They had 90 seconds after the break. I don't even think
No,
they never
it's
even
how-
came
it's how
close to
should
it.
be.
This was beautifully played, 1 pocket, some great shots. There was not a moment to be bored with.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank Predator for giving me the chance to do the commentary here and be a part of this. A lot of fun for me, George. It was an honor to work with you, buddy.
John Schmidt, same here. This is George Teachan and John Schmidt signing off. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with a lot of 10 ball and also some 1 pocket.
See you tomorrow.
As some people might say, hasta mañana.